DeBÍ TIRAR MÁS FOTOS by Bad Bunny just won the Grammy for Album of the Year.
And I listened to it once yesterday.
Welcome to the Spin It Grammy Special 2026. Hola, everybody, and welcome back to Spin It, the record ranking podcast for people who would rather be listening to music. I'm James, and with me, the worst bunny of them all, it's Connor.
You think I'm a bad bunny?
No, I think you're the worst bunny. Bad Bunny is a bad bunny. I mean, you're a full-fledged human. That'd make you pretty bad bunny.
Oh, you're saying I'm like, yeah, it's true.
That's what I thought, yeah. What a week it's been. Grammy week.
It's been a crazy week. For us, it's Monday, day after the Grammys.
That's right. We record this the day after the Grammys. We put it out the Friday after the Grammys. We made our Grammy predictions for every single award last night. And gotta say, not too disappointed with most of the results.
Well, we made the predictions forever ago.
Well, yeah, we made the predictions a lot before last night. That's true.
But they were for the Grammys last night.
Yes.
But yeah, we did pretty good.
Yes, you got the big money pick right. You picked Bad Bunny to win Album of the Year. I thought he had a really strong chance. I just thought Kendrick, I mean, you said yourself, don't underestimate him. And look, he loves when you count him out. But I went ahead and picked him for Album of the Year, and that did not work in my favor.
It's so funny because there was no way I would have picked Bad Bunny if it wasn't for you. Like, I did that off of your own recommendation. As we were prepping for, like, what might win and stuff, you were like, wow, Bad Bunny's having such a great year. If there's ever a year he's going to win, it's like, you hyped it up so much. I was like, I gotta pick Bad Bunny. And then you didn't even pick it.
That's true. I didn't. I know, but he is having, I mean, the most remarkable year.
A heck of a year.
We'll talk more about it in a little bit. We got to debrief the Grammys, and then we'll talk about Bad Bunny's career to this point and the Grammy-winning DTMF. It's so exciting. I was really looking forward to this episode. Honestly, we were going to do a Bad Bunny episode in the very near future, whether he won or not. So I was kind of geared up. This is the most prepared I've ever been for a Grammy special. Because, you know, with 8 albums, potentially, that could be the episode, it's so hard to study them all and learn them all and, like, take notes on them all.
Yeah.
But I was ready. But before we do all that, we got to do the Grammy recap. I picked 34 of the 95 Grammys correctly. Pretty happy about that. And you picked 26 of them right. So I won big time.
Yeah, I mean, you got me by, what, like 8?
Yeah, quite a few this year. I didn't quite tie your record of correct picks that you set last year, which was just redonkulous. In 2025, you got 37 Grammys right.
Yep.
So you still have the edge there. But I'm happy to take a commanding win this year. I'm proud of us. I mean, between the two of us, despite our 46% of our picks being the same, we still managed to pick a lot of the Grammys right. I mean, between the two of us, we got 5 out of the 6 correct in the general field.
Yeah.
Neither of us saw Wildflower coming back to win Song of the Year. The song came out in 2024, so it was old, but it came out as a single later within the eligibility window.
I wondered.
Yeah. So that was kind of a dark horse for Song of the Year. But I called Luther. Again, I didn't want to bet against Kendrick too much. We both got Olivia Dean for Best New Artist. And what a night she had. Amazing performance.
Yeah.
Circuit, we called for Producer of the Year Non-Classical. Amy Allen for Songwriter of the Year Non-Classical. We were just all over the general field, which has historically been very tough for us.
Yeah, we typically actually don't do too well in that field.
It's true. Cerrone's Don't Look Down really kind of let us down. Most times, I don't think it ever won when we picked it, and it won when we didn't pick it. Well, you got it right, actually. Once out of the 3 times you picked it.
Yeah.
And we talked about it in our Grammy predicting special from the other week. I want to talk about best album cover. We both said Glory was a great album cover. It lost to Chromacopia, which is a great album, but the album cover, I don't know. It was artistic. It was very Tyler, the Creator. But I just thought some of the other album covers were a little more compelling. That was wild. You considered betting on Sinners, and you bet against it twice, and you lost twice.
I did.
I don't even know what Sinners is. I kind of live under a rock, I admit it, when it comes to non-music things. But Sinners was the best compilation soundtrack for visual media and the best score soundtrack for visual media. Beat out K-pop Demon Hunters and Wicked in those categories. What led you away from Sinners?
I just didn't think it was gonna be like... I voted against it for like, what, Wicked? Because I just thought that had more mass appeal, which it did win where I felt it shouldn't. And then same thing with K-pop Demon Hunter. I just thought both of those things were like bigger in their respective fields. Like I guess for me, by making it best score soundtrack for visual media and lumping film and TV together, I kind of just assumed a movie would win it over a TV show.
Yeah, that's fair.
And then for best compilation soundtrack, I just thought K-pop Demon Hunter was gonna like dominate that field.
Yeah, I kind of thought it might, but it didn't. Wicked won in all the places we didn't expect it to win.
Yeah.
Like best pop duo or group performance. That went to Wicked. I thought that was for Golden. You thought that would be APT.
Mm-hmm.
But no, it went to the 20-year-old Defying Gravity. A new recording of it. And it's a good version. Nothing against Ariana Grande and Cynthia Erivo, but I don't know. I just would have liked to see some new songs in there. I was happy that the Dalai Lama finally got a Grammy for the audiobook.
Yeah, that was cool.
And Nate Bargatze was the dark horse for comedy album.
That was such a cool one.
It's a good win. Good win for him. He's another one that's had a really big year, and this is a great capstone for it. In the children's music album category, Harmony by, sorry if I butcher this name, Fuchs and Aura V. That Grammy made history. Aura V is the youngest ever Grammy winner. She is 8 years old. So that's cool.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is cool.
What was I doing with my 8-year-old self?
I didn't realize that until you just said it. That's cool.
Mm-hmm. It's pretty neat. We got burned in the country category, too.
Yeah, we did. There were some surprise winners there.
Yeah. Especially Best Country Solo Performance. I bet against Chris Stapleton, and I shouldn't have. He's got the beard, he's got the hat, he's got the raspy voice. I should have known better. Bad as I used to be, took that one. I was a little sad. In sad, I use the term loosely because it's still great for Shabuzi and Jelly Roll for the Best Country Duo Performance.
Mm-hmm.
But I really thought Reba and Miranda Lambert and Lainey Wilson would be, the really, outstanding by a big lead winners there. But I guess not.
Yeah, it was sad. Reba's performance, though, was great.
Yes, that was her first time ever performing at the Grammys. Much like the Oklahoma Music Hall of Fame, the Grammys are behind the times on Reba McEntire. But she did a really great tribute performance to all those who'd passed away. The In Memoriam section was pretty strong from her.
I had the math department do the math.
Oh, an interjection.
Yes, apparently between the two of us, excluding duplicates, where we both got it right, we got 41 of the 95 Grammys correct.
41 of the 95. That's it?
Yep, a lot of our points came from agreeance.
Yes.
I got 7 of them right that you didn't. So you're 34 plus my 7, 41.
Wow. So we're still batting under 500.
Yeah, but we're dang close.
That's true.
We were, 1.5 away from 50%, which is what I kind of joked was our goal in the predictions video.
That's true. Now we've got something to aim for in 2027.
Yeah. And really, if they hadn't added that pesky bonus one, we would have been 1 away.
Oh, that's true. The pesky bonus category of album cover that we did not get right. I can't be too upset, though. That is the 1 out of 6 Grammys that Tyler, the Creator, won. He didn't manage to pull anything else. But he's got the album cover.
Yeah, but the one he won isn't the one he should have got.
No, maybe not. His performance was fantastic. I loved the transition from Chromacopia into Don't Tap the Glass. The multiple, doppelgangers that he had on stage and getting hit with the car. It was just a ton of fun. Ended with a big explosion.
Yeah.
Everything that guy does, he does big. And the whole time I was watching it, I was just thinking about his ice creams. That's all I think of when I think of Tyler, the Creator now. Moonbeam ice cream.
So funny. Lady Gaga really gave you trouble all night.
Lady Gaga, yeah, she did give me trouble. I didn't pick her for much. I picked her a few times.
You picked her once, right? For the best
dance pop recording.
And remix is what I was saying. The best remix recording is what I knew you'd picked her for.
Yeah. Yeah, Lady Gaga burned me. She won.
Yeah, she won 3
Grammys out of her 7 nominations.
I was really pulling for her to get Record of the Year, too. That would have given her 4. But, of course, Kendrick had to get it.
I guess I could have seen it happening. I just wouldn't have been happy about it. To me, Abracadabra and the whole Mayhem album sounds, like I said before, just like the same stuff she was doing on Born This Way 14 years ago. It doesn't feel too different to me. I don't know. It's just more of the same Lady Gaga. Which, if you love her, that's great. It doesn't feel like it's, wow, Grammy Award winning, pushing all the boundaries, breaking new ground to me. But you know who is breaking new ground? Man, all those nominees for the Best New Artist, they were tearing it up. Leon Thomas was my dark horse, my surprise for the year. He was nominated for Album of the Year, and he was nominated for 6 Grammys in total. He won 2 of them, Best R&B Album and Best Traditional R&B Performance for Vibes Don't Lie. I thought he was great. His performance was solid. Mutt is a really fun album. And then Lola Young was definitely one of the highlights of the night, I think. Her stripped-down piano version of Messy was really good. She won Best Pop Solo Performance. She was ecstatic, elated, walking on air when she got up to the mic. And I almost asked you, I almost said before she got up there, I said, how much you want to bet she accidentally swears? And of course, she's the accidental swear that they didn't even bleep in time.
Yeah, I know, right?
But she was fantastic. And of course, the Grammy ultimately went to Olivia Dean, if you know what I mean. Long time coming for that one. I mean, we did her episode in the 180s. We are like 60 episodes past the Olivia Dean episode. We were real ahead of the curve on her.
Yeah, we were. That's awesome.
It is.
Her performance was also great.
Yes.
The entire medley of new artists' performance, they all did a great job.
They did. Even, and especially, I gotta point out, Alex Warren. He posted online today that his in-ears were messed up. He kind of posted an example of what he was hearing.
Yes, I almost asked you about that in the moment. You see him, like, as he's, like, walking while he's singing, he, like, pops it out.
Yes, and he's tapping it. He's messing with his pack.
I almost called out to say, oh, wow, he took it out.
Yeah, and he took out, I think, the wrong one because he was kind of following the delayed version of the track for a while. But he caught back on. He recovered like a champ, and he nailed the bridge and onward. And that, I think, is proof of why he's among the best new artists because he really handled that whole situation with, like, poise. And with patience.
Yeah, because it's like you see him take it out, and then a couple minutes later he slips it back in. I was like, I wonder what that was all about.
That was because they fixed it.
More interesting data. In 2024, we got 35 of them correct between the two of us out of 94.
Oh, wow.
In 2025, we got 47.
Oh, wow, we already were over 500.
Yeah.
Wasn't a stat we tracked until this year.
Yeah. You had gotten an additional 10. I had gotten 40 points, or 37 of the categories, right?
Yes. Last year we matched on everything incorrectly.
Yep, exactly.
This year we matched on all the winners.
So I had gotten 37, and you got another 10. And yeah, this year we matched all the winners, so that hurt us a little bit. Which is good, because that means we like both were in agreement on what should win, and we were both right. You know, we were both more in tune with what should win when we got it right. But it also meant when we got it wrong, we both were out of tune.
That's true. I'm curious what your strategy was this year that you tried to employ.
Yeah, it was a bit silly, but I thought it was fun.
Okay.
I went to a betting website and looked at what the odds were for every category.
You looked at the odds?
I played the odds. Oh
my gosh, you just took the likely winners?
For the stuff, I had no idea what it was. So, like, in the general field, obviously, I went with what I thought would win. For some of the big ones, like best rap, best country, like the obvious ones, I went through and picked. But for all the stuff, like best children's music album, I was just like, what's the betting odds on this, you know?
Yeah.
Who's the favorite?
So this is a great example of why betting and gambling is bad.
Well, I just thought the house always wins, right? So, like, let's go with what the odds are saying.
See, this is why you shouldn't bet.
Yeah, kids, don't bet.
This is why I should bet.
Oh.
Oh, that's funny.
So, yeah, that was my strategy this year.
That's a really interesting strategy. I don't suspect we'll see it coming back.
Yeah, I'll have to go back to what I did last year.
Wow. Well, that's fun.
I thought I was being very clever. I was like, oh, man, if this is like because like the people who are setting the odds, they've got to have like an inside track so they don't lose a bunch of money, you know? So it's like, there's got to be like, I was thinking I was being real smart going and doing that. And then hardly anything hit that was a front runner.
Yeah, it's a shame, man. And what about the show? The show itself, the performances, the awarding, what'd you think of all that? Justin Bieber in his underwear?
That was so last year we had weird things to say about like every performance. There was a lot of funny stuff that happened last year.
It's true. People were throwing chairs, and I just, it was a whole mess.
They say this year the weirdest one was Justin Bieber in his shorts and socks, and that was kind of cool what he did with it was an awesome performance. It's just like when they're like, all right, up next, Justin Bieber, and then he just walks out in his shorts and socks, and that's it. And I was like, what is happening?
Yeah, but it was captivating. I mean,
it was
stripping the arrangement of Yukon back like that really allowed him to let his vocals shine. Again, I spoke in the Grammy prediction episode about, like, I know Justin Bieber from his boy band days, like his teen idol, Baby, 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 Oh, like kid Justin Bieber. And the whiplash when I was listening to Swag before the Grammys was immense. And Baby is not the most vocally taxing song. He does it well. But like, man, just to really see the talent and the vocal ability that he's got, unfiltered and unadulterated, was really cool. You could say Lady Gaga's performance was a little weird. I mean, wearing a kind of birdcage on her head.
Yeah, I mean, I think Trevor Noah said it best, looking like a boss fight out of Elden Ring.
It's true, yeah.
But the camera work on that, again, I don't know how it came across for the live audience, but the way she would like pose and the camera just kind of moved to these different shots, it was pretty cool.
To the live audience, it probably just looked like she was kind of bouncing around. But we got the whole 360. It was pretty neat. Sabrina Carpenter did the uncensored version of Man-Child.
That was funny.
I can't believe they didn't make her change that. Why'd they just let her go around dropping F-bombs so the mute guy is really earning their pay this time?
Well, yeah. Got to make sure he was worth the money.
I do think we heard more live bleeps than ever in the Grammys. I mean, it seemed like every third or fourth person that got up there dropped an F-bomb somewhere.
Yeah.
That was wild.
We saw Spinnett's favorite dinosaurologist, Jeff Goldblum.
Oh, that's right.
Was
Jeff
at the
Goldblum
Grammys.
was there. Dinosaurologist is a really weird way to say paleontologist.
It sure is. But he wasn't a paleontologist in the movie. He was a chaos theory guy.
I don't know. I've only seen Jurassic Park once.
Yeah, he's not a paleontologist, so that's why I call him a dinosaurologist.
I see. Also performing, incredible lineup for the tributes for Ozzy Osbourne, Slash, Duff McKagan, Chad Smith, and then Post Malone on the vocals.
Yep.
I don't think there's a genre that Post Malone does poorly. Now, some aren't his strongest suit, but to go from his like trap and hip hop into country, and then to hear him cover War Pigs and like nail it.
Yeah, he shocked me with how good that performance was.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. And then after that, Miss Lauryn Hill at the Grammys for the first time in this millennium. The last time Lauryn Hill was at the Grammys, she won the Grammy for the Miseducation of Lauryn Hill. It's been that long.
That's crazy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she was great. Cher was there. Cher was just as shocked as we were to see Cher there.
Yeah.
I mean, it's cool in theory, but kind of awful in practice to bring her out to announce a Grammy and then award her some big prestigious award, surprise on the spot, give a thank you speech on national television in front of millions of people. They really blitzed her on that.
I mean, do you think she had no idea that was coming?
Yes.
That's crazy. Yeah,
Look, all the love in the world to Cher. She had no idea that she was going to announce Record of the Year either. So
yeah, she got her award. She said a little speech, impromptu speech, and it was like, okay, they want me to walk off now.
No, they
it's like
didn't.
turns around and
No.
leaves.
Then they had to kind of push her back onto the stage.
And they're like, no, wait, announce the category.
And then she announced the categories. Ugh.
And then she came back and she's like, and the winner is, and she just kind of stares at the teleprompter. And then she's like, oh, it's in the envelope in my hand.
Poor Cher.
Awkward. They told me it'd be on the teleprompter.
Well, and then when she announced it, she didn't say, Luther by Kendrick Lamar. She said it goes to Luther Vandross.
Yep.
Who did the sample that Kendrick used in the thing. It was a whole big thing. Cher had herself a night.
It was quite a night.
But she was lovely and in good spirits about it. She wasn't like annoyed or, she just floated above it. Wonderful. Other things to note, I suppose. Kendrick Lamar won 5 out of his 9 nominations. Now he is the most awarded rapper of all time with 27 Grammys. He was the biggest winner of the night. Sabrina Carpenter, no wins on 6 nominations.
Yeah.
It doesn't surprise me. Man's Best Friend is no short and sweet, but still.
did she not get one?
Didn't win any.
Wow, that's crazy. That's right. I think I picked Man-Child for something, but it didn't win.
You picked it for Best Music Video. That went to Doechii.
That's right.
That was all well and good. Our boy Bad Bunny, he had 6 nominations. He won 3. Best Global Music Performance for AO, Best Musica Urbana Album, and of course Album of the Year.
Lola Young for getting Messy for Best Pop Solo Performance. That was the one I was shocked didn't go to Man-Child.
Yeah, I'm not shocked. Lola Young's been all over the place.
Yeah, I just hadn't heard of her. Mm-hmm. Elton John not winning was I was counting on that.
Well, he's only got the 1 nomination.
That was a point I was banking on.
Yeah.
There was another one that I was like banking on somebody winning because of who they were, and then they didn't win. I forget where it is now.
Somewhere in there. Here's a cool thing that happened last night, though. Steven Spielberg became an EGOT. He won with the Best Music Film for the John Williams documentary. That means he's EGOT. That's wild. Kudos to him.
Oh, you're saying for Best Music Film, the music by John Williams?
Yeah.
Wow. So then we just got to get him a Spin It Award.
We got to get Steven Spielberg a Spin It Award.
Maybe he'll earn something in an upcoming March-related episode.
I mean, maybe, but it doesn't really have much to do with music.
Who's to say?
We'll see, I guess.
I mean, if there was a chance, that's about it.
That's true. Golden was the first K-pop song to win a Grammy. Bad Bunny, this is the first ever Spanish language album of the year.
Yep.
I think it's the first non-English album of the year, period. I could be wrong, but I can't really imagine anything other than Spanish winning album of the year in its place.
Oh, the 8-Bit Band won for Super Mario Praise Break.
That's true.
For Best Arrangement, Instrumental or Acapella.
That's true. But should we get to talking about Bad Bunny?
I think we should.
Wonderful. Let me ask, how's your Spanish? We should talk about our Spanish listening experience.
I took Spanish 1 sophomore year of high school, and that is it.
Spanish 1. You have 2 semesters of Spanish experience at a high school level.
I can ask to go to the bathroom.
That's cool. Can you do it in Spanish?
No.
Oh, well, what good did it do you? I did 3 years of Spanish in high school and a semester in college, and my Duolingo streak right now is pretty impressive, although it's driving me up a wall and I'm trying to quit it. My New Year's resolution was to quit using Duolingo, but we're not there yet. So you'll have to forgive us if we are not the most fluent or we butcher some of this pronunciation and such.
Oh, I'm gonna butcher it so bad. I am so sorry in advance.
I know you are. I'm prepared for it, but it's okay. That's just my warning to the audience. Go easy on us. Bad Bunny, or Benito Antonio Martinez Ocasio, was born in Bayamon, Puerto Rico, just west of San Juan, on March 10th, 1994.
Wow.
His dad was a truck driver, and his mom was a teacher. Benito is the oldest of 3 siblings, and when he was growing up, family life at home was really important to him. That was like a cornerstone of his childhood. And I think a lot of that shows through in his music. It's very nostalgic, very like family and culture focused. It's cool. He grew up listening to pop ballads, but also obviously a lot more Latin inspired music like salsa and merengue, a lot of more traditional dance music and stuff. And of course, that's what his parents listened to. And he heard a lot of that from them. He said on Sundays and Saturdays when it was time to clean the house, when I heard those records, I knew I would at least have to mop the floor or something. And that's what his parents did. They'd put on a salsa record and they'd hand him a mop. Get cleaning. When Benito was 5 years old, he got a reggaeton record for Christmas, and that blew his mind. Suddenly, it's like a whole new musical world has opened up to him. So he started digging into the catalogs of artists like Mark Anthony, Vico C, and Victor Manuel. Later, he would go on to love Daddy Yankee and Tego Calderon. Aside from his family's musical tastes, another big influence on his musical life was his church. Bad Bunny's family went to a Roman Catholic church, and Benito would sing in the choir into his teenage years. But the rap and the reggaeton was really what he was infatuated with. He started rapping himself and writing his own lyrics when he was a teenager, and he took the stage name Bad Bunny from a family inside joke. At one point, I guess he was forced to wear some sort of a bunny costume, and he did not like it. And the nickname really stuck with him.
Yeah.
It's like a real-life version of the Christmas Story.
I guess it was for an Easter school play.
Whoa, that's pretty fun. I mean, you can't be a bad Easter bunny.
There's a photo, apparently, of him frowning in a bunny suit. I've been trying to find it, but it doesn't seem like he shared it anywhere. But that was where his family had the photo of him in that suit frowning.
Wow.
And that's where he took it from.
Yeah.
I was really hoping he had posted that photo, but I couldn't find it anywhere.
No, probably not. It's probably one he doesn't want the world to see. I don't think that's good for his brand image. But he did, he took ownership of it, spun it into his pseudonym, and it's so memorable. It's really good. But while his Bad Bunny rap career was still in its infancy, obviously non-rapper Benito Martinez needed a career. So he went off to college to study communications, and he was hoping to become a radio host. And while he was in school for cash, he worked in a grocery store. But his interest in school and his success in music turned out to be inversely proportional. And before he could graduate, he dropped out of school to invest more time and energy into Bad Bunny, the music. By 2016, He was putting music on SoundCloud when he was like 20. His track Diles earned him his first record contract. His first official single, Soy Peor, climbed to number 19 on the Hot Latin Songs chart. First official single, and he's in the top 20. Within a year, he was working with Colombia's Karol G and landing on the charts once more. Then, his abbreviated radio host training came in handy when he hosted a show for Beats, like the headphone brand Beats by Dre. He hosted a show called Trap Kings with a Z. Yeah.
With a Z.
Yeah. His big commercial breakthrough came a few years later in 2018 in the form of a Cardi B collab called I Like It, which was a single from her debut album. Then, later in the year, he put out the song Mia with Drake. Those songs hit number 1 and number 5 on the Billboard Hot 100, respectively. Suddenly, Bad Bunny's name and voice are out there in front of a massive English-speaking American-Canadian audience. Like, he's a chart topper, or at least featured on a chart-topping song. His debut album, Por Siempre, came out in late 2018. That's the one that's like X100 pre, right? Because that's Por Siempre phonetically. It's pretty fun. And it was something new, right? Given that it was unlike a lot of stuff on the radio at the time, and with big features like El Alfa, Drake, and Diplo on it, it should be no surprise that Por Siempre was a smash hit. Rolling Stone has already recognized Por Siempre as the 41st best debut album of all time.
Wow.
And they've already put it at number 447 on the list of the 500 greatest albums of all time. They went to number 11 on the Billboard 200, and it was just an incredible launch to his career from an album standpoint. Half a year later, Bad Bunny and J Balvin worked together on Oasis, an 8-track album that went to number 9 on the Billboard charts. Bad Bunny was featured in the 2020 Super Bowl with Shakira and Jennifer Lopez. So, I mean, I guess 2026 will not be his first Super Bowl experience, which is awesome and rare.
That was a funny thing from last night we didn't mention. Trevor Noah constantly trying to get Bad Bunny to perform at the Grammys, even though he's contractually obligated not to because of the Super Bowl, was very funny.
That's true. That was hilarious. That was the best bit of the night, I think.
Came out with a band at one point, started saying his lyrics in English. It was very funny.
To try and trick him into singing them back. I really think that's so funny. I'm sure they went over that bit beforehand and made sure it was all good.
Yeah, I'm sure.
But it'd be so funny if the Super Bowl reprimanded him for singing along for 2 lines.
Yeah. If anything, it was a ton of free publicity for the Super Bowl because he had to keep talking about the Super Bowl and how he couldn't.
That's true. You know what? Maybe they liked it. NFL, let us know what you thought about that.
Yeah. We didn't mention it because it's not really music related, but it is Trevor Noah's last Grammy. I'm curious to see who they get to host next year.
Maybe us. Hey,
Grammys!
Recording Academy, we're available.
Yeah. Maybe they don't want us. Maybe they just want the Mixtaper.
Maybe. Wonder what kind of jokes he would make down there.
Could you imagine the Mixtaper passing out free pumpkin spice lattes to all the guests?
Telling it lies about everybody? That'd be a bit much.
And the Grammy goes to name somebody. That was a spin.
Yikes. That's why you'd have to be the host and not a presenter.
Yeah, you're right.
But anyway, yeah, he's in the Super Bowl in 2020. 6 years ago, Bad Bunny made his Super Bowl debut. And then on Leap Day that year, he put out his second solo record, Yo Hago Lo Que Me Da La Gana, also known as, in English, I Do What I Want. Wouldn't you know, I Do What I Want was the highest charting all-Spanish album ever on the Billboard 200 when it debuted at number 2, numero dos. During the COVID pandemic and quarantine, he also had some success with tracks like En Casita, a demo compilation album. He did some side quests, and when I say side quests, I mean non-musical side quests like, for example, he was the first solo male to be on the cover of Playboy, aside from Hugh Hefner, which is an insane fact.
That is an insane fact that the Mixtaper is very sad you knew.
I know, but when your name is Bad Bunny, I mean, it just kind of happens.
Yeah.
At one point, Bad Bunny modeled for Vogue. He was actually so close to being in a major Sony Spider-Man movie that got canned. It never happened. But Bad Bunny, I mean, he's up to all sorts of stuff in the early 2020s. His third album, El Último Tour del Mundo, was the very first all-Spanish album to top the Billboard charts, so he broke his own record. Quite a feat. It picked up a Grammy that year. Bad Bunny became the most streamed artist in the world on Spotify, and by the end of the year, The Guardian crowned him the world's biggest pop star.
Wow.
And then, in 2021, Time Magazine included him as one of the 100 most influential people in the world. He's going to turn us all into Bad Bunnies. If we're not careful.
He's probably up there. He's got to be at least top 5 most influential bunnies in the world.
I mean, probably. Well, there's Roger Rabbit.
Yep.
There's Bugs Bunny.
Yep. The Easter Bunny.
Maybe, yeah, the Easter Bunny is a big one. Like Peter Cottontail.
I mean, isn't that the Easter Bunny?
Is it? Is that his government name?
I mean, here comes Peter Cottontail hopping down the bunny trail. It's the Easter Bunny.
Well, I guess the next line is hippity hoppity, Easter's on its way.
Uh-huh.
But they could be unrelated.
It's not.
Okay. Well, I just assumed, I don't know, Lola Bunny has been influential.
Lola Bunny.
In a wrong way that I don't like.
I'm just saying, he's up there.
He is pretty high up on the list of influential bunnies, you're right. So he's, either way, growing in stature. Then came his 4th solo studio album, Un Verano Sin Ti. That was my first time listening to Bad Bunny. Because that album was so good, it was nominated for Album of the Year in 2023. That's the one that lost to Harry's House. But I thought it was a frontrunner that year. I heard a lot of buzz around Bad Bunny, and it could have happened. It was really possible. But despite not making the Grammy, Verano Sin Ti spent 13 weeks at number 1 on the Billboard 200, which is awesome. I mean, 13 out of 52 weeks. That dominates the year. It was the top album for the whole year, actually, in that regard. And, what's more, it broke the all-time streaming record for an album on Spotify. Then, he undertook the world's hottest tour, which lived up to its name. He visited 14 countries, and raking in $232 million, it was the highest grossing tour by a Latin artist ever at the time.
Did he mainly go to, places that were hot?
I mean, literally temperature hottest tour?
Yeah.
I mean, probably. I would imagine there's a lot of Central and South America in the mix.
But that's kind of what I was thinking, was that kind of it all involved in the naming of the tour.
It might have been, but we'll never know. Bad Bunny's 5th album, Nadie Sabe Lo Que Va a Pasar Mañana. Nobody knows what's going to happen tomorrow.
Oh, that means tomorrow.
You understood some of the words.
Yeah.
Nice.
Told you. Spanish 1, baby.
That's it. That's that freshman year Spanish coming into play.
Freshman year Spanish taken as a sophomore.
Even farther behind the curve. That's okay. That album went to number 1 in 11 countries. This essentially what you need to know is Bad Bunny is huge all around the world, going into his 6th and most recent studio album, DeBÍ TIRAR MÁS FOTOS. He'd been working on parts of this record since 2023, and after 2 promotional singles in El Clúb and PIToRRO De COCO, the album in full came out on January 5th, 2025, a little over a year and a month ago.
Instead, it was early in the year.
Mm-hmm. I mean, definitely enough time for it to be Album of the Year. He didn't miss much of the year.
Yeah, 4 days.
Mm-hmm. It is the typical Bad Bunny blend of reggaeton.
Dude, that needs to be a coffee.
Bad Bunny blend.
Bad Bunny blend?
Yeah, that's not bad.
That might get me in the coffee right there.
That'd be pretty cool.
Bad Bunny, that one's on us. You can have that idea.
You can have that one for free. Gratis.
Unless you want to pay us.
We will accept cash, check, and Venmo. Anyway, it's his typical Bad Bunny blend, genre blend, not coffee blend, of reggaeton, modern hip-hop, and a variety of traditional Puerto Rican elements thrown in as well. We'll talk more about some of them as we get into the record, but it's awesome. Especially lyrically, this album examines memory and family life and the political situation of Puerto Rico, which, by the way, is pretty nuanced and complex and complicated, like a lot more than most other, I want to say countries and territories. Most other places, Puerto Rico's got quite a situation. But he talks in this album about history and gentrification, preserving cultural identity in the midst of this changing social landscape. He said that DTMF recommits me to Puerto Rico. Basically, the record is just a love letter to Puerto Rico, and that's awesome. I don't know if I said, but the English translation of the title is, I should have taken more photos. So, I mean, from the title onward, you can hear that nostalgia just baked right into it.
Yeah.
Bad Bunny even made a short film for YouTube as well. 6 of the album's tracks got their own music videos, and they all kind of thematically go together. And of course, TikTok trends did buoy some songs to even greater success, especially DTMF. The album did unbelievably well, even in comparison to his other record-breaking albums. DTMF has a Metacritic score of 95 out of 100, 5 stars from Rolling Stone and NME. Rolling Stone said it's homegrown, jubilant, and fresh, and they said it's clear that Bad Bunny is finally in his prime. Critics also really loved how the album doesn't shy away from really complex political issues, and instead how he tackles them head on. It's nice. It's an album full of character and personality and life. The record debuted at number 2 on the Billboard 200, making it Bad Bunny's 7th top 10 album and it probably would have debuted at number 1 if he had released it on a Friday, like normal, instead of on a Sunday. So they counted less days. I mean, he had 2 fewer days of tracking, and he still ended up at number 2.
Wow.
And I say that it probably would have gone to number 1 because it did go to number 1 the next week, which is Bad Bunny's 4th chart topper, and just the 28th non-English album to top the Billboard charts. That's wild. All 17 songs from DeBÍ TIRAR MÁS FOTOS made it to the Hot 100 at once, which made Bad Bunny the first Latin artist with more than 100 songs on the chart, and gave him the 11th most songs on the chart of all time. And DTMF also charted pretty well in Spain, the Netherlands, Switzerland, and 16 other countries. When we get into this album, I mean, you'll hear just how many of these songs charted in how many places. I had to stop counting and stop looking it up because every song was like, this charted in 36 countries, this charted in 12 countries, this charted in 27. It's like immensely popular worldwide. According to Complex, Billboard, and Rolling Stone, DTMF was the number 1 album of 2025, and it made the top 5 for Pitchfork, NME, Entertainment Weekly, Business Insider, Pop Matters, lots of others. And it's earned plenty of awards this year. It's got an American Music Award for Favorite Latin Album, 2 Billboard Latin Music Awards, a Heat Latin Music Award, 2 Latin Grammys, obviously 3 Grammys. It was nominated for an MTV VMA for Best Album. That's just great. In the album's wake, Bad Bunny set up some TV appearances, and he coordinated a residency that's exclusively happening in Puerto Rico. He's calling No Me Quiero Ir de Aquí, in English, I don't want to leave here. That residency was projected to draw more than 600,000 attendees to the country and generate more than $250 million in economic impact. I think last night the total that Trevor Noah said was something like $400 million in economic impact. I mean, that's just awesome. And in May, he announced his DTMF World Tour.
That is pretty nuts.
Yeah. So that's pretty much what's new with Bad Bunny, obviously, except for the upcoming Super Bowl halftime show. I mean, by the time this episode comes out, it's 2 days away, but I'm excited about it. He is going to be the headliner for Super Bowl 60. He's the first solo Latino artist to do it at all in 60 years. Now, I know they haven't done a big halftime show for all 60 of those years, but still. In his own words, he said the performance is for those who came before me and ran countless yards so that I could come in and score a touchdown. This is for my people, my culture, and our history. So, that's pretty cool. Nice little football metaphor there. Other trivia tidbits that I know a little about, but not too much, and I'm sorry again to the Mixtaper for knowing this. Bad Bunny has had a bit of a pro wrestling career with the WWE.
Yep.
So that's cool. I mean, a little crossover event.
I mean, do you know much about his WWE career?
No, I don't know too much. I think I know that he was like some sort of champion. He won some kind of belt at some point. Maybe he fought David Draymond's ex-wife. I don't know. I don't know anything about wrestling, but it's cool.
It's cool.
The Mixtaper will tell us more in a minute. But as for Bad Bunny's awards and accolades, it's a lot. He has been the highest streamed artist for the year 4 times in the last 6 years. He dropped 2 years in 2023 and 24 to Taylor Swift, but otherwise, he's just dominating the streaming game. He's also, much more tangibly, got 189 major award wins on 517 nominations. And that includes 8 American Music Awards, an Apple Music Award, 48 ASCAP Latin Awards, and he's never been nominated without winning, by the way, so that's wild. He's got 60 BMI Latin Awards, which he's again never been nominated without winning. He's got 16 Billboard Music Awards, 54 Billboard Latin Music Awards. He's got some bronze, gold, and shortlisting from the Cannes Lions International Festival of Creativity, which sounds awesome, and the Clio Music Awards. Bad Bunny's got a Caribbean Music Award, 7 Spotify Awards, 6 iHeartRadio Music Awards, 15 Latin American Music Awards, and he's cleaned up at Univision's Premios Juventud with 24 awards. Prior to this year, Bad Bunny had 3 Grammy wins on 10 nominations, but of course, in 2026, he was nominated for 6 more Grammys and picked up 3 wins. And as for the Latin Grammys, he's got 17 wins on 52 nominations. So, that is one good Bad Bunny. He might be a Bad Bunny, but he's good at what he does. Anyway, that's what I've got. Time for the Mixtaper to get on out here and do some Grammy Special Factor Spin.
Indeed.
Connor, we'll see you in a minute.
Thank you.
But more like a couple minutes. If this round of Factor Spin takes a minute, the Mixtaper's not getting paid this week.
So do we pay him?
Well, if this round of Factor Spin takes more than a minute, the Mixtaper's not getting paid this week.
Gotcha. So as long as he has to take exactly a minute to get paid, if he's less or more, No pay?
I don't know. You should just go check the betting odds on that and see how we stand. What are the odds he lasts exactly a minute?
Well, the odds say it's pretty likely, which means it won't happen based on my new experience with gambling.
Yikes. My new experience with gambling. Connor tries gambling for the first time in this episode. Oh, fun. Well, I'm going to gamble points, I guess, against the Mixtaper.
Hey, it's me, El Mixtaper.
Oh, very nice. Hi, Mixtaper. Welcome to the show. I'm guessing your Spanish is about on par with Connor's, if not worse.
That's what you think.
It is. That's true, and that's why I said it.
If my Spanish was so bad, would I be able to say this? Café de Calabaza y Especias.
How long did you look that up? I bet you put that in your notes. I mean, the minute Bad Bunny won the Grammy, I bet you were like, I need to prove that I can say pumpkin spice latte in Spanish.
Yeah, I might have.
Oh my gosh.
Before I even started Factor Spin, I might have done that.
Well, what do you know? So, in the past Grammy episodes, you've kind of done Factor Spin in a fun way, and you've told us about awards, real or not, that Bad Bunny could potentially be eligible to win.
Oh, yes.
Right? Like Harry Styles had the Try Both and Pick a Side award because he really liked Twix.
Yeah, we'll keep that theme up.
Awesome.
We got a list of supposedly true awards that Bad Bunny could win.
Supposedly true. Yeah, okay. It seems like Bad Bunny can win any award he wants. Goodness. Except for Best Album Cover.
Oh. Bad Bunny's first award.
Yeah.
The Turtle Conservation Award.
Amazing. Well, I love turtles. I love conserving them. How's Bad Bunny winning the Turtle Conservation Award? I mean, the first thought in my head is going to plastic straws. That's the thing that everyone says kills the turtles especially.
There was an element of straws to this fact, but that's probably the least interesting part.
An element of straws? Okay, well, let's start at the least interesting part and then build up to something cooler.
Yeah, sure. He, during the concert that we're going to be talking about, sipped his coconut water from reusable bamboo straws, and then those were also sold in the gift shop, and proceeds of that went to the Save the Turtles Conservation Fund.
Oh, he's doing like a Save the Turtles concert?
He sure is.
That's amazing. Shell, yeah.
The name of the show, Slow and Steady Beats for the Shellbound. So like slow and steady, colon. Beats for the Shellbound.
The way that you said it, the colon wasn't really implied. And I was like, slow and steady wins the race. Slow and steady beats for the what? But that makes sense. Shellbound is a wild adjective to describe a turtle.
Yeah. But yeah, so there was reusable bamboo straws to answer your question about the straws.
Right, okay. So what else is he doing at this concert? And who else is playing? Is Bad Bunny like the guy, the headliner? Is this a festival type thing?
Oh, yeah, this was his concert. He hosted what he called the slowest reggaeton in history.
Oh, wow. Really? That's kind of fun.
He remixed every one of his songs to include a section that was remixed at 40 beats per minute or slower.
Why 40 beats per minute? Is that like a significant number to the sea turtle?
I didn't think just to be slow.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. I don't think it's significant. I mean, think about how fast his songs usually are. I mean, slowing it all the way down to 40 is pretty slow.
That's true. When did he do this?
This was... Well, now I have to... I'm sorry, now I have to Google a date.
Oh, no.
Well, apparently it was on World Turtle Day, but I don't know what day that is.
Oh. Okay.
World Turtle Day is May 23rd. So it was May 23rd of 2023. World Turtle Day.
Wow. This is awesome. This is remarkable. It's too bad it's not true.
Yeah, going with spin?
Yeah, this is an award that Bad Bunny does not win. Bad Bunny can't win the Turtle Conservation Award because this is just a lie based on the tortoise and the hare, the age-old folktale about a slow turtle who wins the race over a fast bunny. I think it's all too suspicious. I don't like the smell of it. I think it's hilarious, and Beats for the Shellbound is fantastic, and I want it on a t-shirt, but this isn't true.
Darn it! Yes, this is a spin. I thought I had slipped the tortoise and the hare thing past you.
No, my ears are up.
I didn't think you had any inkling about that. Oh
no, my bunny ears are up. I'm looking out for snail mailage.
I didn't think you had any inkling about that. It's a spin.
Well, calling it slow and steady was a little bit bold.
Yeah, it was. That's why I really wanted to focus on the shellbound part.
Well, it was a nice try, a valiant effort. I really thought that was a hilarious fact. And honestly, yeah, turtle conservation's important. Do your research. Save the turtles.
Well, are you ready for his next award?
Yes. Very much so. That was a great first fact.
Thank you. His next award, the Bubble Bath Betrayal Award.
The Bubble Bath Betrayal? The Bad Bunny Bubble Bath Betrayal Award? What's a bubble bath betrayal? Did he betray someone in a bubble bath? Did he think it was a bubble bath and it really wasn't? I mean, I don't know what even that means, but I'm just curious.
He is betrayed by a rubber duck.
He's betrayed by a rubber duck?
Specifically a giant rubber duck, but yeah.
No, those are the shiftiest ones. Well, how's a duck betray him?
He started working for a rival shampoo cartel.
I'm going to need a lot more context for all of this. Bad Bunny's working at a shampoo cartel with a giant duck. The giant duck leaves to go work at a...
Well, Bad Bunny is a misunderstood soap magnet who just wants to dance and love.
He just wants to dance? A soap magnet who just wants to dance.
Yeah.
And the duck is his partner? What's happening? Is this real life? Is this a piece of media?
This is a dramatic soap opera written and performed by Bad Bunny.
A soap opera? A soap opera about literal soap?
Yeah.
Why is there a giant duck in it?
Well, we'll get to that. Bad Bunny's family loves Latin American telenovelas.
Yeah.
He grew up watching them. He wanted to do something to express his love for those. And so he wrote a musical soap opera thing. I don't know what you would call it. Like, it's not like a full-on TV soap opera, but it's just like a little skit, I guess, set to music where he plays a character called I'm gonna butcher these names.
I know.
Benedicto Espuma, a passionate, misunderstood soap magnet who just wants to dance and love. And he's joined by Rosalia, who plays his lover, Dolores Habon, and a giant rubber duck named Patito.
That's hilarious. That means little duck.
Oh, does it really? That's awesome.
Yeah, Patito.
In this 10-minute little soap opera, Benedito confesses his love via song to Dolores, and they sing this heartbreaking ballad while standing in a clawfoot tub full of rose petals and fog, when it's revealed that Patito is working with the rival shampoo cartel. And yeah, I don't know, it somehow resolves itself with a soapy dance remix of Si Veo a Tu Mama. I guess the people in the front row of the crowd were given soap bubble guns so they could like blow bubbles up during the final number. And that's what I really got.
That's a lot to process. A bubble bath betrayal at the hands of Patito, the giant duck.
Yeah. If I knew Spanish better, I could probably understand some of the nuance better and explain it better, but that's what I've got for you.
Wow. I don't even know what to make of all that. I guess I'm going to say that's, I'm going through my head now of everything that's like involving bunnies and ducks. I mean, I'm thinking about that drawing, that optical illusion. People go, do you see a bunny or a duck when you look at it? And it's kind of both of them all together. I hadn't considered that before, but now that I'm thinking about it, maybe tricking your eyes into a bunny or a duck could be like a betrayal between one. I think this is actually a spin. I've talked myself all the way out of it.
Oh my gosh, he's talked himself.
Is it a bunny or a duck?
What a wild way to go, to come all the way around the spin.
Well, there's also just a ton happening there. I don't know. There's a lot of information.
Yeah.
All at once.
Hey, did you lock it in spin?
Yeah, this is a spin based on the bunny and duck illusion.
All right. I appreciate that you think I could come up with all of this as a spin, that I would be able to do this. That's a big compliment.
You're welcome. Yeah. I know where your abilities generally are.
You sure do, because this is a spin.
This is a spin. And is it based on the duck or bunny?
It is absolutely the rabbit and the duck. Oh!
Yes. My training is coming. Today it's finally paying off that I know a little bit about bunnies and other animals. Ever since I was in the nursery, I was learning these things.
So I'm gonna give you a little peek behind the curtain. We have a fast-fired facts coming up for round 4.
Whoa.
So a lot of the really cool true stories all fit into a theme together that worked well for fast-fired facts.
Fast-fired awards.
Yeah, fast-fired awards, correct. And or were found by you ahead of time, like the WWE thing,
Playboy thing.
and the yep. So I had to get a little creative with a couple of the spends, but we're moving away from all that into our third award before Fast Fired Awards. His third award, the Gastroparesis Award.
Can you spell gastroparesis?
Gastroparesis.
Oh, good. I spelled it right.
I had to look that term up because I figured there was a term for it, but didn't know what it was.
Gastroparesis. This is either related to snails, good food, or the intestines, and I don't know which. Which one is it?
The intestines.
In the intestines. Okay. What is gastroparesis?
It's the inability to throw up.
Whoa. The inability to throw up.
I guess the lack of, like, gag reflex.
No gag reflex. So is this...
Like, he could be medically induced to vomit, but his body would never choose to vomit on its own.
So you're saying Bad Bunny has this? Bad Bunny doesn't throw up or...
Yes! Bad Bunny can't vomit.
Wow.
On his own.
How is this a thing you discover, I guess? By not vomiting? Vomit 3 since 03?
Yeah, he's never... It is kind of like the Ted Mosby, How I Met Your Mother thing. But yeah, he's never puked in his life.
Wow. That's remarkable, considering all the songs about alcohol and substances on this album.
Yeah, he was on a Chilean radio show talking to the host, and he said, quote, "I don't know what it is, but I just don't puke. My body said, nah, we don't do that."
Huh. It's just he's born with it. I guess that's not really a thing you can learn.
Maybe he's born with it. Maybe it's Maybelline.
Maybe it's gastroparesis.
Yeah, apparently never vomited in his life.
Really? What about when he eats things like carrots?
You shouldn't feed a bunny carrots, actually.
Yeah, I know. You should only feed the bunnies lettuce because carrots will give them diarrhea, right?
Actually, you shouldn't do lettuce either.
Oh, really? What is it? What do bunnies eat?
It's too watery.
Oh.
Well, you can do lettuce as long as you do it in moderation. You can do carrots and you can do all those things in moderation, just like with a human.
What about like dried lettuce?
Yeah. The green parts of carrots, the leaves, are what they prefer. Clover's really good. Dandelions, just anything more leafy or flowery. Anything that's very water heavy, like carrots and lettuce, will really mess them up intestinally.
Okay, and can I ask, will it mess the rabbits up intestinally because perhaps rabbits can't throw up?
No, rabbits can vomit.
Really?
It messes up the other end.
Okay, because I was thinking, I know that squirrels can't burp. And that's...
Oh, really? That's interesting.
Isn't it cool? I know. And so I'm guessing like other rodents and rodent adjacent...
Can't burp. That's wild.
I'm thinking rabbits can't probably throw up. I don't know. That would make sense. I think this is a spin.
They actually... This is a little too gross for the podcast, so you'll have to cut it. But they have a special poop that they poop out and then they eat to get certain nutrients from, and then they throw the rest back up.
rabbits?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, well.
No. No, Bad Bunny.
Not Bad Bunny. No. Okay. Well, you know what? That changes my reasoning then. I'm going to have to reevaluate. I really thought you were going to tell me that it's just because bunnies can't throw up. But I've never heard of anybody not being able to throw up. I mean, I've heard of people having strong stomachs and not throwing up, but not being able to.
I mean, yeah, he claims he's just never vomited in his life. And then when I looked up what that's called, it's called gastroparesis. Whether he actually has it or if it's just a coincidence he's never vomited, I don't know.
Okay. You know what? I guess I'll say fact.
Going with fact.
Why not, right?
This is a spin.
No, it's a spin.
Rabbits can't vomit.
What? No, you lied to me. You lied to me about the...
Well, yeah, I'm a dastard.
Oh, but I was... But I thought, see, I know.
You absolutely. Rabbits can't. I can't believe you do about squirrels. That's crazy.
Squirrels can't burp. It's true.
Yeah, rabbits can't throw up, but they do eat their own poop to get a certain nutrient, a special kind of poop to get nutrients. But they don't throw up.
That was a very smart thing to tell me because
yeah,
I really was going with it until then.
Yeah.
Darn it. I knew better. Oh.
You did. I had to get dastardly and lie about rabbits.
Wow. I didn't think you'd ever lie about rabbits. That's like something Connor holds sacred.
Yeah, well.
He's really. Connor knows more about rabbits than anybody I've ever met.
You could say I was being a bit of a Bad Bunny there.
No. He's an influence. He's one of those top 5 influences, man.
But yeah, bunnies don't barf. And neither do Bad Bunny. Well, but Bad Bunny maybe does. He probably does.
He probably does. I've never heard of a human that can't.
I mean, it's a term. The term gastroparesis is a term for someone who can't throw up, which is a condition where the stomach takes too long to empty its contents, leading to symptoms like nausea and vomiting. Additionally, the inability to vomit can be medically termed as emesis incapacity, which may stem from various neurological or gastrointestinal causes.
Oh, it's stomach paralysis. Stomach muscles don't work properly, so I guess humans can get it.
Yeah.
If their stomach muscles are different.
Yep. But specifically, rabbits cannot vomit due to their unique structure of their digestive system. It makes it so they can't actually regurgitate it. Their anatomy's all funky. They have a strong esophagus, the sphincter of the esophagus. It's a one-way valve, so food goes down, but it can't come back up.
Whoa.
They also lack a gag reflex like humans, and their digestive system literally is plumbed to only go one way. It doesn't have a reverse option.
Plumbed. Rare verb.
It's actually a bit of an issue for rabbits because if you then feed them something toxic, you can't get it back out of them, right? So you got to be very careful what flowers and stuff you actually let them eat. It's a one-way trip.
Yep. Straight to the hospital.
Yeah, it would also be bad if you gave them something that would induce like bunny gas because again, they can't burp it up. They can go one way.
See, that's it. Connor's taught you a lot about bunnies.
Yep.
I feel annoyed.
I could let you go 3 for 3 on me with catching my bunny-themed spins.
Yeah, that's true.
I can't believe you got the rabbit duck one. That came out of nowhere. You talked yourself right into it.
I was already on the fence. I was on the spin side of the fence anyway.
Yeah, that's fair. But are you ready for a Fast Fired Awards?
Fast Fired Awards, I guess so. What is the theme?
Chaotic performances. Or eccentric performances. Your choice of adjective there. But he's had a lot of wild performance things.
I think I'll go with chaotic. I like that. And how many of these awards are we potentially bestowing today?
We've got 12, 13, 14, 15.
15. Another odd number you're learning.
I couldn't have told you before I just counted them. I got lucky on that one.
Yeah, you had a 50-50 shot at an odd number, honestly.
So instead of saying the blank award for these, I'm just going to describe the performance.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
This is an up-in-the-air award. Some of these might help secure that award for him. Other ones are just rumors or straight-up spins.
Yes. So you're giving me a thing, same as last time, all the times. I'm telling you if it's true or not. If I'm correct, I get a point.
Yep, majority wins.
8. I need 8 to win.
Our first one, leapt out of a 10-foot glittering pineapple.
Amazing. 10 feet in which dimension?
Tall? I assume.
Yeah, I assume too. That sounds awesome. I'm saying fact.
That is a spin. Performed live on a moving flatbed truck through New York City traffic.
I do believe that one too. Fact.
That is a fact.
I'm on the board.
Rode a giant, glowing, flying palm tree across the stadium.
Giant, glowing, flying palm tree?
Yeah.
Is a lot of adjectives that palm trees don't normally have.
A giant.
Giant could be applicable. I'm going to say spin.
That's a true fact.
Wow.
Brought live chickens on stage.
Love it. There's live chickens all over Puerto Rico. I'm saying fact.
That is a fact. Freestyled on top of a DJ table in Crocs.
Crocs the shoes.
Yes.
That's awesome. I can see it. Sure, why not? Fact.
That is a true fact. Hosted a silent concert.
Are you talking like a silent disco where people have headphones and hear the music separately, or like no music is playing at all?
The headphones thing.
Okay, I love that. I think that's a fact.
That is a spin.
Oh man, silent discos are fun though.
They are. Did laps in a kiddie pool filled with blue jello in the middle of a concert. These are all during performances.
I was gonna say what? I was confused. A kiddie pool filled with jello.
Blue jello, to be exact.
And when you say did laps, I mean a kiddie pool is pretty small. Did he walk laps in the kiddie pool? Did he get down and swim? What is this?
I don't know.
I think it's a spin. I don't think that's true. What even?
Going spin? That is a spin.
Walking around in a pool full of jello.
Performed with a giant animatronic version of himself that rapped back.
Whoa, that's really cool. I think that's a fact.
That is a spin. Oh. Sorry, no Robo Bunny. Performed inside a plexiglass cube, slowly filling with fog.
Uh-oh. We know what that does to people, according to Prince. Sure, I think that's a cool effect. I'll say fact.
That is a fact. Performed in a rotating glass orb, dressed as an alien astronaut.
That's kind of random, but why not? I'll say fact.
That is a fact. Skydived into a stadium concert.
That's pretty ambitious. I think it's a spin.
That is a spin.
Too many rules and regulations about that.
Now, if you thought that was ambitious, how about entering on a jet ski into an indoor arena?
Well, that is a little bit tougher. Yeah, I'm going to say that's a fact.
That is a spin.
Oh, man.
I came up with that after I came up with the skydive thing. I thought it was funny.
It is.
Shaved his head mid-song on a live stream.
Whoa. This is Bad Bunny we're talking about. Don't you mean shaved his hair? I think this is a fact.
This is a spin.
Oh, he looks like a guy that could have a fine look with a shaved head, you know? He could pull that off.
Crowd surfed with a giant plush banana.
Nice. Fact.
That is a spin.
Uh-oh.
And I believe our final one.
Oh, no. It's 7 and 7. This will be for all the marbles.
Performed in the middle of a thunderstorm.
Oh, they cancel for lightning and thunderstorms a lot. If it's an outdoor venue, I assume you're talking about an outdoor venue and not just like it was raining outside while he was in an arena.
Yes, this would be outdoors. Yeah, this is outdoors.
I'm going to say this is true. I'm going to say this is a fact.
This is, for the win, a true fact!
Yeah!
Specifically, that was in Times Square on New Year's Eve during a thunderstorm.
Wow.
In 2020.
Amazing. That was thrilling. Right down to the wire.
Yeah.
Dare I say it was electric. So, Bad Bunny does win the Chaotic Performances Awards.
I think so.
Awesome. Oh, tons of fun. I never thought we'd get a Fast Fire Awards.
And you win the Bad Bunny episode.
I win the Bad Bunny Award.
You sure do.
Amazing. I'm going to put it on my shelf. Today I delivered you beats for the shelf bound.
I am disappointed. I only snuck one bunny-related fact past you.
I'd hardly say you snuck it past me. You kind of got it past me like two kids in a trench coat going to the movie theater. I was like, I don't think so, but I guess I don't know. Okay. This is a fake ID, but it is an ID, so I guess my hands are tied. Well, L Mixtaper, you were indeed a Bad Bunny this week. And I, the good tortoise, have defeated you slowly and steadily.
I'm definitely not winning any awards this season, so I guess back to the untrue I go.
Yeah, maybe next year.
Yeah!
There he goes. Welcome back, Connor.
I am back. I was really hoping you'd get that third one right. I was sitting over here
screaming silently.
Yeah.
Rabbits can't vomit. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I let you down when it mattered. Not the most, but it mattered a little. Well, let's talk about this Grammy-nominated album art. It is a picture of two chairs. Apparently, those are called monoblock chairs.
Oh.
Yeah, those plastic lawn chairs that you see everywhere. Bad Bunny said the image is meant to resonate with Puerto Ricans both on the island and here on the mainland. So that's cool. A lot of the art direction for the whole album is actually a love letter and a tribute to Puerto Rico's culture and history. Each song has a visualizer on YouTube that consists of images that tell the island's story. And they were all put together by a college professor. So that's neat. I think it's a really evocative album cover. Obviously, the lush green jungle in the background looks so awesome. Puerto Rico, by the way, is home to the only American rainforest biome.
Wow.
Yeah, pretty cool. There's plantains growing on the trees.
Mm-hmm.
And the two empty chairs, it's just the whole theme of I should have taken more photos while you were still around while I had the time. This really just evokes like, man, remember when we were together? And that's gone. Like the absence of people in this image, but the presence of people in the past is implied. I just really like it. I honestly think it probably should get closer to the Grammy than Chromacopia. I didn't vote for it over Glory, but I still would have ranked it above Tyler, the Creator.
I agree.
Have you ever had a plantain?
I have. I don't care for them.
See, I thought the same thing until I went to Puerto Rico and had them, like, legit. And then That was a game changer because they'll fry them, they'll mash them up. You can get a real good plantain. I also didn't like them before. But anyway, as for the whole like ethos of the album, Bad Bunny said, photos are lived moments, memories of things that happened. I wasn't one to take photos or upload stories or anything like that. I used to say that it was better to live in the moment. But when you get to this age, remembering isn't that easy. I should have taken more photos, lived more, loved more when I could. While you're alive, you should love as much as you can. So that's kind of what he's got in mind as we're getting into DeBÍ TIRAR MÁS FOTOS. Should have taken more photos. Live and love your people. That's great. Up first, NUEVAYoL. Man, we start off on a strong foot. The title is a Puerto Rican phoneticization of Nueva York, or, of course, New York. The song's all about spending time in New York City. It's a tribute to the city's Hispanic and Puerto Rican communities, which are very much vibrant and alive up there. The song samples Un Verano en Nueva York by Andy Montañez and El Gran Combo de Puerto Rico. That's what kind of kicks off the album with these big brass horns, this kind of traditional Latin music feel, and then the bass kind of drops, and we get the chorus of vocals singing about a summer in New York. That beat, the song in most of the album, is a dembow song. You hear it a lot in reggaeton, that's what the beat is. It's the backbeat, the bounce. It was invented in the 90s, and it's a genre hallmark of reggaeton, dembow beat.
I love albums like this. I mean, we've talked about it with the one Dua Lipa track where she does it in French and stuff like that. I just love when I don't understand the lyrics because they're in a different language.
Yeah.
Because then the vocals become another instrument for me. I'm able to just soak it all in. I'm not like paying attention to what's being said.
Yeah, and you can still look up the lyrics later and get to the sentiment behind the song. And honestly, you can feel it without the lyrics in a lot of these cases.
Let's say if it's done well, you usually get the sentiment just from the way the song is done, even if you don't get the exact message.
It's true. So this was your first Bad Bunny exposure, I'm guessing.
Other than I remember the flatbed truck performance through New York City. I remember seeing stuff about that when he did that. The Mixtaper mentioned it. I couldn't have told you who that was him. I just when he found that and told me about it, I remembered that being a thing.
Yeah. What do you think?
I like it and see why he's very popular.
I know, right? Man, it's so cool. This song was very popular, a huge chart hit worldwide. This is the part where I said so many countries. I couldn't even name them all. Argentina, Austria, Belgium, Bolivia, Canada, Central America, Chile, Colombia, Costa Rica, the DR, Ecuador, El Salvador, France, Germany, Greece, Guatemala, Honduras, Ireland. I mean, that's through the eyes. The list goes on and on. It's just so much. But NUEVAYoL hit number 8 on the Billboard Hot 100 and even went to number 5 on the Global 200. I think it's a blast. It's a short little song. It's very dancey. It's very fun. Bad Bunny said, and again, most of these he said in Spanish, and I'm just translating them to English. You'll have to forgive any grammatical oddities. But he said one of the first songs recorded for the project is the opening track, NUEVAYoL. I remember I was in the Dominican Republic. It was 2023. I was at a country house spending a few days relaxing. And I don't know why we were talking about future projects. Mag was asking me what was coming next. And I told him, man, we're doing this. I sent him Un Verano en Nueva York. And I said, what do you think about a dembow with this? And he was quiet. And then a couple days later, like a week later, he came up with the beat for what's NUEVAYoL. So that's cool. He said it's a track we've been making for a while. And we thought it was a good song to start this album with. And I agree because, first of all, upbeat, tons of fun, sets the tone right away. It's a blast. But also, it's the only track on the album that's not set in Puerto Rico. So we kind of get this opening. And then with track 2, Voy a llevarte pa PR, Puerto Rico. I'm going to take you to Puerto Rico. That's what he does. He takes us on a journey to the Enchanted Isle. It's more reggaeton. This song celebrates Puerto Rican culture and nightlife. It's a party song of sorts. He talks about being in a club, celebrates being a single guy. You know, he's meeting women stateside and inviting them to PR. She wants me to do it to take her home. I'm going to take you to Puerto Rico so you can see how to dance. It's a lighthearted song, having a good old time. It charted in a ton of countries as well, though not quite as many as NUEVAYoL. And it went to number 8 on the global charts and number 17 in the US.
Interesting, because I guess it is slightly less popular. Never mind. I was thinking the next track.
Oh, yeah, we'll get there. Which did you like better of these first two? This more electronic-y one?
I liked this one.
See, that kind of surprises me, because there's so many horns and brass instruments and, like, vibrant color on NUEVAYoL, that it's still vibrant on Voy a llevarte PR, but it's a little different.
Yeah, I just liked his vocals on this one more. I think he's in a slightly lower register for most of this song than he was on track 1.
That's his sweet spot.
Yeah, he's in like his sweet spot. It's more the mixing of this. The vocals are kind of in front of the rest of the instrumentals more than they were on track 1, so they stand out a little more. Like they're a little louder. And the beat that they have, I found, worked a little better with the instruments. They felt a little more cohesive on track 2.
That's fair.
So I think that's why I like it better.
I think a lot of that is due to the fact that this is built from the ground up and not built over a sample.
Sure.
I mean, that explains the vocals rising above the production, you know, the way that it's kind of tailored to his register and his voice in the mix, everything, yeah, makes a lot of sense to me. Bad Bunny said the song came out of nowhere, literally. I was listening to beats that had been sent to me one day and I heard this rhythm. It brought back a lot of nostalgia for that reggaeton from 2010, 2011, 2012. I wasn't looking to make that kind of reggaeton song, but it came. The beat came, the inspiration came, the muse came, and I started singing that chorus out of nowhere. So that's awesome. That's one thing, you know, that this album is chock full of that I think is lost on me and probably a lot of people that aren't as familiar with the history and evolution of reggaeton.
Like me?
Like you, yeah. And probably a lot of people listening to this episode. This album pays tribute to so many past evolutions and iterations of the genre, and we can't detect it because we don't know what the past versions of the genre were like, which is a shame. But it's really cool that the album's able to do it so seamlessly, and it sounds great to our modern ears. And of course, like I said before, Bad Bunny said from here on out, the album is 100% set in Puerto Rico. What comes next is everything that I am and everything that I identify with, and also what Puerto Rico is. So what better way to welcome you to Puerto Rico than with a reggaeton like this? And then, after the short little 2.5-minute song, we get to the album's longest track, BAILE INoLVIDABLE, the unforgettable dance.
Pretty unforgettable.
It's pretty unforgettable. It's a personal favorite of mine, and it was the 3rd single from the album.
Personal favorite of a lot of people.
It's true. It's so good. Also, I'd be remiss if I didn't point out, if you're looking at this album on Spotify and playing it, this little frog, man, this little ranita, he's everywhere. He's doing like the canvas shots.
Sorry, what?
The animations that go with the song, it's a little frog. And when I was listening to the album on my phone and I would push pause and play, the frog would pop up from behind the pause button.
Yeah, I don't have any of the animations turned on.
It's worth it. You should probably check it out for this album. He's sweeping the floor, he's dancing, he's great. Anyway, that's a side note. BAILE INoLVIDABLE, it's got a lot of energy and a lot of build to it. I mean, the first minute is pretty understated. Then these brass horns cut right through and kind of provide us with the main hook. It's awesome. It's a bit more of a salsa song, which is fitting for the title. It's a nice change of pace, I thought, 3 songs into the record.
I like the bongos.
You know it.
We got some tasty bongos.
That's true.
I've been a little bongo starved lately.
Yeah, they're sometimes hard to come by, but boy, are they here. This song charted in 35 countries. That's a lot.
Wow.
It went to number 3 on the Hot 100 in the US, but it topped the Hot Latin Songs, Latin Airplay, Hot Tropical Songs, and Tropical Airplay charts, and it hit number 4 on the Global 200. I love it so much. Bad Bunny says, I think the name has transcended beyond just a dance. It's an unforgettable song, an unforgettable experience, an unforgettable moment. It's one of the most beautiful experiences I've had in music, in my career in general, and in my life, because I love music, and having participated, having created this song, seeing how the idea was born and how it gradually developed, the whole story is my favorite. So it's great. And he talked a lot, too, about his engineers and stuff, the people that produced the song. He said he could feel the love of everyone involved in this song. I feel it was key because of their love and passion. For me, that's very important. You can have the most amazing production, but if you're not connected to the song, to what you're doing, and you're not feeling it, then it's all for nothing. He said that's what made the song the success it is, and I'm very grateful to everyone who worked on it. It turned out magical. And I'd say so, with more than 1 billion streams. Goodness. I think it's pretty awesome. Does the 6 minutes feel long to you?
A little bit. Just a smidge.
I feel like it doesn't because the song kind of moves through so many different sections.
That is why I say only a little bit. Because they every couple minutes they kind of switch it up to keep you interested. The problem is the last section is either too similar to what's already happened or it overstays a little bit. I don't know. The last section, just something was a little... One listen wasn't enough for me to be able to really explain it well. But there's something... But in that last section, I finally got a little bit of fatigue.
Yeah, okay. That's fair. It truly is an unforgettable kind of song.
Yeah.
Up next, PERFuMITO NUEVO. You want to try your hand at translating that title, Mr. Spanish 1?
Easy. PERFuMITO probably means like perfume, I would say.
Okay.
And I would say nuevo is a term I recognize, so that means nuevo. It's like new, right? So that would be new perfume.
New perfume. Well done. Figured I'd start you off with an easy one.
I said that was kind of a nice little lob for me to hit.
Yeah, a nice little softball. New Perfume is a love song. It features Right Now. It is the first love song on this album that is dedicated directly at a person and not a place, right? Like, the whole album is a love song to Puerto Rico, honestly. But PERFuMITO NUEVO, it's just a song about new perfume, new love, new feelings sparking up as this connection gets made. This song went to number 31 on the Hot 100, landed on the charts in 14 countries, and was number 14 on the Global 200. Bad Bunny calls it one of his favorites to listen to, and he says it's a song with a special feeling that I don't even know how to describe.
Huh.
So you're just gonna have to listen to it to figure that out.
I do like Right Now, their feature.
Big time agreed. It's beautiful. There's a lot of synths in this song, too. The album has been very synth-light to this point.
I'll go as far as to say it's probably my favorite feature.
Oh, calling it already.
Calling it already.
I get that. I would agree with that. She adds such a nice texture to the song. Like Bad Bunny, we said his register's lower. He's comfortable in this more baritone kind of spot.
Baritone. He's absolutely a baritone.
Yeah, and she brings this nice, more soprano vibe. We kind of get into a new range. You start to hear, I mean, that dembow, that backbeat, kind of feels very familiar 4 tracks in. I think that's cool. It's kind of a thing we'll hear through the rest of the album. I feel like by the end of the album, I get a little fatigued of it, or I just stop noticing it.
By the end of the album, you said?
I don't know. Yeah, it's like at the beginning, my brain's not used to thinking in that backbeat. By the end of the album, my brain is calibrated for it. So maybe it just makes less of an impact because I'm an hour deep into listening to it. But I don't know.
I don't think it was like a lack of being used to it thing for me. It always stood out for me in a good way.
Yeah, I agree with that. It's always good. I think it's a nice little song. And up next, WELTiTA featuring Chewy. The title is a cutesy little play on WELTiTA, Spanish for a quick little ride, a little drive. It's a more hip-hoppy inspired song, but obviously plenty of Puerto Rican flair on there. WELTiTA, it charted at number 32 on the Hot 100 and did well in all the countries of the previous songs. It hit number 12 globally, and it's another really cute kind of love song. I'll take you for a stroll on the beach, I'll cover your face with kisses, I'll kiss you on the face, it's great. You're my favorite song and I'll play you on repeat. I want to draw little hearts on the shore. Oh, it's just so fun. I didn't get a chance to go to the beach last summer, but if I did, you'd probably hear this song everywhere.
This has probably been my least favorite track so far.
Really? You didn't like WELTiTA?
Yeah, I didn't say that. I just said it was my least favorite.
Okay, well, that's fair.
I didn't really have any tracks I didn't like.
Good sign.
It's just, it wasn't at the same level as the first 4, I guess.
It's a little different.
Yeah, I think it's maybe because it's more stripped back.
Yeah.
I like his fuller track 2 is a great example, right? Of like him with a full sound backing him up, being nice, and I don't know. I like the track 2 style song more than track 5. And yes, I shall be referring to all tracks by their number. I refuse to continue to butcher the names.
Well, I mean, that's fine, sure. You could call them by their English names.
I'd have to remember the English names in order to do that.
Okay.
I've got New Perfume.
Yeah, New York, I'm taking you to Puerto Rico.
Yep.
Unforgettable Dance, New Perfume, WELTiTA, Little Drive.
Yeah, I've got New York. I've got New Perfume. I'm trying to decide if I don't think I can guess the next one, no. But I got track 7 when we get there.
You probably can't guess the next one. I mean, I spent the day on, like, subreddits just double-checking, like, Googling, translating, making sure I had it all down. There's a lot of stuff that's, like, Puerto Rican slang that even a lot of, like, traditional Spanish speakers kind of have to guess at or it's beyond them. VeLDÁ is one of those. Best we can all figure it means truth.
Oh.
Like, stuff that's real.
Apparently in Latvian it means crafts.
Crafts?
Yeah.
Good thing we're not listening to a Latvian album. But it's another song. It's reggaeton, pop, trap, fusion. And it's all about enjoying the good things in life, living it up. It samples No Voy a Esperar por Ti, Not Gonna Wait For You, by Plan B. You want to talk about slow reggaeton for the turtles. VeLDÁ is a little bit of laid-back kind of reggaeton. Bad Bunny said it's been a while since reggaeton tracks like this came out. kind of slow with that street vibe, that feeling of being out and about, that lust, that nightlife, going out to party, dressing well, wearing cologne, hanging out with your crew. These are the feelings that song conveys for me right from the start of the track. So again, just so much personal nostalgia tied up for him in this. I love that.
I liked this one. Again, he's got a louder presence in this track.
That's true, but not like overbearingly.
No.
His features are also really good. Omar Courtz and DeBÍ, probably in Spanish. The way that they layer their vocals over top of each other is really satisfying as well.
Yes.
Up next is a perfect song for the club, El Clúb. Can you translate that one?
The Club.
Nailed it. House music. It's a little house infusion. It's another party song with a nostalgic leaning. Kind of. He sings about an ex that he hasn't gotten over. He's out at the club, he's drinking, living it up, and then suddenly it cuts in like a harsh flashback. What's she up to now? Where is she? What could she be doing while I'm out at the club? 2020, the last time I was happy. 2022, the last time I saw you. Life didn't grant any of my wishes. I don't know what happened. I asked God, but he ghosted me too. El Clúb is a really deceptively personal and emotional song.
Yeah.
It's got a cool little vibe to it. The way they've done the instruments, and I don't know, I like that a lot. This song went to number 27 on the Billboard Hot 100, number 15 globally, and it was the primary single from this record. What's up with the cover photo for this one? Have you seen that?
No, I haven't.
Well, let me show you.
Oh.
It's Bad Bunny with his face all smushed and...
Oh, wild.
It's like a Snapchat filter looking thing. There's another cover photo or two that's kind of in the same vein, but it just caught me off guard when I was clicking through and finding it. I love it. I think El Clúb is a really interesting new genre. This house music, it's fantastic, and it's nothing like anything else on the album to this point. Actually, Bad Bunny explained the creation process for the song, and that kind of might explain why the two segments are so different. The nostalgic flashback and the party club scene. He said El Clúb was the first single from this project. It was the first song we finished, and that's why it was the first one released. I remember when we made it, we were at camp working and we had these two rhythms. And I was basically writing about the same thing for both of them. And then it occurred to me to combine this rhythm with the other rhythm and finish it with this other third rhythm. I wanted to add a plena teaser. Plena, it's another style of Puerto Rican music. He said when the song came out, it was magic. We listened to it like 500 times straight, and the more we listened to it, the more we liked it. So I think that's awesome. What did you think about El Clúb? Is the heavier dance and house direction working for you?
Yeah, I just really like songs like The Club.
Yeah.
The Club, VeLDÁ, track 2, track 3. Just these bigger tracks with these heavier style to them. I quite like.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Up next.
I really like the start of track 8.
Yes, track 8. Another song whose title you couldn't probably decipher very easily even if you were a native Spanish speaker. Well, you probably could, but it's not normally Spanish. It's kind of a phonetic spelling of KETU TeCRÉ. Who do you think you are? But it's broken up instead of K like QUE, to TU. It's KETU.
Oh, I see.
TeCRÉ. Yeah, it's kind of all silly like that. It's cool. Who do you think you are? Track 8.
Run around.
You like the start, huh? It's beepy and boopy, like a video game.
It is.
It's a ton of fun.
And it continues to be beepy and boopy as you get into it, about the 1 minute mark.
Yeah, I like that they don't abandon that motif. And he makes a Toy Story reference in here. That's fun. But it's not a love song. It's a song after this relationship has dissolved about how did we end up becoming enemies? We used to be so close, and now things have turned really ugly between us. It's reflective. It's reminiscent. It's sad.
It is.
It's another song. Bad Bunny says this about all the songs, but he says it's a song I really love and I've had a special affection for since it was written.
I'm starting to think he loves them all.
He really does. The beeps and the boops are really what set KETU TeCRÉ apart. Because again, it's that same backbeat, that same reggaeton, dembow, drum beat sort of thing.
I like the weird skippy thing he does. It's around the 2:20 mark.
Oh yeah, how they changed that whole vocal part around. They kind of mix it all up. Ahora te suelta. Yeah, it's cool.
It is cool.
Up next, an interesting topic for a song, BOKeTE. Any guesses what BOKeTE means in Spanish? I'll give you a hint. It's misspelled here again with a K instead of a QUEK. Although I don't think that helps you much.
It really doesn't.
It's a pothole, or just a hole in general. BOKeTE.
Oh.
It's a bump in the road, infrastructure in need of repair. It's a heartbreak song about a relationship that's gone sour. It's less bitter and edgy than KETU TeCRÉ, but it's like this relationship was a pothole, a bump in the road, And obviously there's a little bit of a double meaning there. It's a dig at Puerto Rico's infrastructure. Lots of potholes, lots of roads that the government needs to fix and repair.
That is clever.
It is. It is. Bad Bunny said there are many political lines that can't really be called political. The song BOKeTE is a love story, but the analogy of the BOKeTE that's in Puerto Rico, he said there are many potholes in the streets. It's not a song about potholes, but there are a lot of things like that. And surprising no one, Bad Bunny says the song is possibly one of my favorites. He said the song is magic to me. It was one of the last songs he made for the record, but he really said he loved the way he experiments with his voice to do different things. He said the song is like, yes, I loved you and I would have liked to stay with you, but if you didn't value it, that's your problem because I know myself. I know what I'm like as a person. He said it has a very beautiful story, and that's why he likes it. And I agree. I think the story behind BOKeTE outweighs the music for me. It's one of the rare tracks that does that. I think in most instances, I really like the music as much or better than the story, but BOKeTE, the scales kind of shift in the other direction. How did you feel about track 10? Any guesses on what that one's called?
Nope.
Ah, a shame. This one's closer to English than you think.
Is it?
Yeah, this is a kind of a Puerto Rican Spanglish situation. KLOuFRENS is close friends.
Close friends. Okay, I see.
It's not really a song about buddies who are pals. It's about being on someone's close friends list on social media, right? You're dating your partner, you're with them for a long time, you add each other to the close friends list, but then you break up. You move on, but you're still on the close friends list. You still see the stories. It's kind of a new age problem with breaking up. Like, how am I supposed to move on if I'm still all over your social media? I spend my time trying to see what you're doing, trying to like Instagram stalk you. I'm checking your socials. It's not helping me get over you to be on your close friends list. I think up until recently, you couldn't even remove yourself from someone's close friends list. I think now they've just this last month or so, added a feature where you can remove yourself from a close friends list.
Wild.
I think that's a pretty relatable concept as a song.
Yeah, I think so too.
At least for anyone who's broken up since 2010-ish.
It's another one. We're kind of in this weird oscillating back and forth section of the album where it's like a track that's kind of just okay and a track I really like.
Well, that means they're spaced out well, at least. At least we don't have like a prolonged slump.
Yeah, that is true.
And hopefully that's just the middle section. I think the end of the album kind of goes hit for hit for hit. Eventually. We still got a little bit to go before we get to the non-stop good stuff. But TURiSTA is up next, and I really love the messaging of TURiSTA as well. That is the Spanish word for a tourist. And much like Pothole, it's another song with kind of a double-edged meaning. Obviously, tourism is a big economy in Puerto Rico. It's a big deal. People go there as tourists, but he doesn't sing about that. It's just kind of implied and alluded to. This song is all about somebody who's passing through his life like a tourist. They're there for a brief time to take a look around, but they're never looking to be anything permanent. That's what he sings. In my life, you were a tourist. You only saw the best of me and not what I suffered. You left without knowing the reason for my wounds, and it wasn't your place to heal them. You came to have a good time, and we had a good time. So that's such an interesting sentiment. How do you enter into a relationship on that surface level with somebody? You know, like you can't really open up to them. I mean, it sounds almost like he doesn't want to let them deeper because he just wants them to see the good things and not dig up the bad. But man, what a song. Like you can go have fun, make memories, see the beautiful parts, and ignore all the long-term problems because you're about to head home anyway and it won't affect you at all. It's a very interesting take on tourism. I don't often think about it that way, but it's true.
This track flew by too.
Yeah, well, it's only just over 3 minutes.
Yeah, I guess so.
I like the contrast between like all the synth and stuff on Close Friends into the guitar and the more traditional feel of TURiSTA. It honestly kind of does make you feel like a tourist. It's such a long album. I mean, we're on track, 12 out of 17 now. I think it goes by really quickly, the whole thing.
It does.
Not just the shorter tracks, but he's really packed DTMF with a lot of tracks. And up next is a song that Bad Bunny calls pure energy, pure joy, a party, pure pride. That's CAFé CON RON. Now, that's not cafe with a guy named Ronald. That's coffee with rum. Coffee in the morning, rum in the afternoon. We're already in the streets. Come up, because we're not going to come down. It's actually a song about a Puerto Rican tradition called parandas. It's a Christmas tradition where families and friends, they go parade in the streets. They sing and they shout. They go to house celebrating. It's festive and it's fun. And that's what coffee with rum is all about.
I see.
Yeah, it's another plena style song. That's the Puerto Rican influence behind it. He said, you make songs like this thinking about the big picture, that people are going to enjoy them, but it's not every day that you or I make a plena with this wonderful group of talented people and it becomes an instant hit. To have the whole world singing along to a Puerto Rican plena, that's a whole different feeling. So, surprise, surprise, this song is one of my favorites. So it's cool. It's this way that he translates what he calls a very important cultural festival in Puerto Rico at San Sebastian Street. He says, this is my experience with it. This is my nostalgia. And it's woven right into this record. Love it. I love the peppy feel of it, too. It's kind of got more of a vibe closer to NUEVAYoL or BAILE INoLVIDABLE. We've kind of moved away from the club vibes and back to the more traditional situation for a while. And I really think that's refreshing.
It's cool. I didn't care for the talking in this track, as usual.
Of course.
There's not a lot of it, but there's a little. But it does serve as a decent transition throughout the sections of the song. So, like, I tolerate it.
Yeah. Well, honestly, the talking has to hit a little different when you don't understand the words, right?
Fair.
Well, we're singing all kinds of songs about rum. I mean, there's Coffee with Rum. Up next, PIToRRO de COCO. Coconut PIToRRO. PIToRRO is a brand of Puerto Rican rum. Coconut Rum, track 13. It's another holiday song, too. I mean, CAFé CON RON was all about Christmas and this San Sebastian festival marching down the streets. PIToRRO de COCO, it's about heartbreak and loss during the holidays, coping with sad circumstances at a time that's supposed to be happy, and it's heavily inspired by and weaves in elements of a song by Puerto Rican artist Chuito El de Bayamon, his Christmas song, Music Jíbara para las Navidades. It's not a straight-up sample, but it's Christmas music that he's kind of inspired by. It's a jíbaro rhythm, another traditionally Puerto Rican element. It kind of sounds like a sped-up harpsichord or something. It's a cool song. It's number 50 on the Hot 100 and number 33 globally. That's where it peaked. This song focuses so much on his voice. There's a lot of spots that are kind of devoid of instruments, which is really cool.
Yeah, it's very cool, actually.
Yeah, especially since so much of this album has been so instrument-focused.
Mm-hmm.
Nice little way to change it up. Now, you might have a hard time believing this, but Bad Bunny said, PIToRRO de COCO is possibly my favorite song on the album. He said, I can say that about many songs, obviously. He said, this one truly is, because it's a song I never imagined I'd make. If making a salsa song was already unexpected, making a jíbaro song composed only of the Puerto Rican cuatro, a bongo, a güiro, and a bass, I never imagined that. You know what the güiro is, right?
Yes, the term's familiar.
The güiro, it's the instrument that's like a ribbed vessel with a little stick, and you rub the stick over it, and it goes...
Yes. That's a
güiro. So fun. Bad Bunny does say, the instruments drop out. We just talked about how much of a vocal-focused song this is. He says, I think it's my best performance on the whole album, vocally speaking, and in terms of feeling. So that's cool. Love that. It truly might be one of his favorites. Up next, a really interesting song for this album. Probably the most overtly, political that it gets, I guess.
Oh.
Lo que le pasó a Hawaii. What happened to Hawaii?
Oh.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Not knowing anything about the lyrics, this is news to me. Tell me about it.
Yeah, of course. Well, see, obviously there's some similarities here. Hawaii is another insular island culture that America found and took in. So as he's singing this song, he starts out by saying, this is a dream that I had. But he goes on to personify Hawaii as a woman. She looks beautiful, even when things go wrong. In her eyes, a smile is holding back the tears. In the mountains, you can still breathe and the clouds are closer. You can talk to God. It's a beautiful place, and it always has been. But also, he says, you can hear the countrymen crying. He didn't want to go to Orlando, but the corrupt one kicked him out. See, these plantation owners, they moved in and they displaced Native Hawaiians. Hawaii's monarchy was overthrown in 1893, and America just kind of moved in. They obviously became the 50th state in 1959. So he talks about what happened to Hawaii, and then he translates that experience onto Puerto Rico. They want my neighborhood. They want grandma to leave. He says, don't let go of the flag, because I don't want them to do to you, Puerto Rico, what happened to Hawaii. Because Puerto Rico, honestly, started out in a very similar boat. Puerto Rico became a U.S. territory after the Spanish-American War in 1898. Very similar time to Hawaii. Spain ceded it over. the US set up a military government. But unlike Hawaii, which became a state 70 years ago, Puerto Rico, it's still just a territory. It's an unincorporated, I forget the technical classification, but it's not a state, obviously. There's an ongoing debate over Puerto Rico statehood that's very nuanced and complicated and a whole thing.
Yeah, I won't pretend to try to comment on that. I know there's been some statehood votes. I know there's a lot of valid points on both sides. I'll just stay out of that one.
Of course.
But
wow, yes. But Bad Bunny's whole point here is that he wants to preserve the culture of his homeland. He doesn't want it to be up for sale. He doesn't want to be run out of Puerto Rico for the sake of like colonization, statehood, whatever else you want to call it. He wants the culture to continue to be the rich cultural heritage that it has been. He said, it was a dream I had, and that's why I mentioned it at the beginning of the song. He lets us in on the secret about it. Mm-hmm. He said, I remember the place, the time, everything. I can even still smell the air from when I wrote this song. I'd be wide awake, 2 a.m, 3 a.m, and the song was in my head. I tried to go back to sleep, but I couldn't. So I wrote it all down in the notes app on my phone, and then I could sleep. But the next day I woke up and I said, dang, what was that? And he'd written the whole song in the notes app on his phone, half awake in the middle of the night. It's cool. He said, seeing how Latin America and countries all over the world identified with what happened to Hawaii was huge for me personally, and seeing people singing it is something that fills me with so much pride. He said, I want you to listen to it and feel it with me.
Nice.
Yeah, it's, again, the most overtly like political moment on the album. And it's a really interesting point to make. A really acute comparison to draw. Up next, a really cool sounding song.
And one that won a Grammy.
Yeah, Best Global Music Performance. Ayo! Like the common end of a Spanish word, but also apparently the way that some people in Puerto Rico say brother, like bro. But also like perreo, soboteo, that sort of thing. It's not at the end of the EOs.
I see.
Ayo was the 5th single. It charted in 21 countries, went to 24 on the Hot 100, and number 2 on the US Hot Latin Songs chart, and it cracked the top 10, but just barely on the Global 200. So that's cool. This is another reggaeton song. It samples Perreo Baby by Hector and Tito and Solo de Mi by Bad Bunny himself. He's self-sampling.
Oh. Mm-hmm. It's such a cool rhythm.
It is a really cool rhythm. It's a club song, another party song, another dance track.
Bum, 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 bum.
It's so cool. A song that leans heavily onto like production. To talk about how, 2 tracks ago he came off a song that was written with nothing but traditional instruments. This song is so chopped up and produced. It's like a polar opposite, but it still goes together perfectly, like puzzle pieces. I love it. This is another tribute to the history and origins of reggaeton, with more of a throwback kind of vibe. Once again, kind of hard to pick up on if you're not familiar with the past and present of reggaeton, but very cool. He said, honestly, when I listen to this song, all I want is to sing it live, but back in 2001, where there were no cell phones, where everyone was dancing and not thinking about anything, but just enjoying the moment. Yeah, and he talks about the history of it. He says, there's always been a lot of controversy about where reggaeton comes from. Many countries are involved, and there are influences from other genres, but the sound that is known worldwide today as reggaeton is Puerto Rican culture. There's no way to hide or deny it. That's what it is. So that's what he's kind of asserting on AO and stuff. It's such a cool song. I'm not surprised it won a Grammy.
Yeah, it's very cool.
Up next,
it's time for title track.
Got ourselves a little bit of a title track. DTMF, short for DeBÍ TIRAR MÁS FOTOS. I should have taken more photos. 1.3 billion Spotify streams.
Huge track.
Yeah, the 4th single from the album. It debuted at number 38 on the Hot 100, but then climbed all the way up to number 2, making it Bad Bunny's 5th top 10 hit and his highest charting song as a solo artist. Didn't make it to the top of the charts in America, but it was a chart topper in 20 countries around the world, with more than 130.5 million streams in its first month. It topped the Global 200. This was the best song in the world. It was nominated for Record of the Year and Song of the Year. Tragically didn't win either. I figured the nostalgic vibes of DTMF probably could have won Song of the Year. Not to mention it's catchy as all get out. It's a very well-written song. It's a plena song, another of the type. We've talked about it before, the PR dance music. It's a song of regret. I should have taken more pictures to remember the places and the people and the times that I loved Like, you can't get that stuff back. When it's gone for good. This is the song, actually, that was bolstered by going viral on TikTok. People posted the song and then shared photos of their own loved ones with this track underscoring it, which is a really beautiful trend, honestly.
It is.
So many social media trends today are fleeting or just goofy. That one's, like, really good.
I think it's a sentiment everybody who's ever lost someone can get behind.
Yeah, absolutely. Or anyone who's ever grown up. Anyone who's ever missed a period of time in their past. The good old days. That's what he sings about. Another beautiful sunset, enjoying the things that those who leave have missed. I want to go back to the last time I looked in your eyes and tell you the things that I didn't tell you and take the pictures I didn't take. Those are the lyrics that he sings. I should have taken more photos of when I had you. I should have given you more kisses and more hugs when I could. Oh, it's beautiful. Rolling Stone's Maya Georgie said, the song sounds like the album cover come to life.
It's another one that is very instrument light.
Yes, and vocally heavy, but not just Bad Bunny's vocals. The chants all over the place are awesome. It makes the song feel very personal, very close.
Yeah, and the production on it's not like very polished, which is nice.
Yeah.
It adds that kind of like it's a natural, just like everybody sitting around singing.
It's so cool. Bad Bunny said, and this is a long quote, so buckle up. He said, DTMF has so many different feelings. It has nostalgia, happiness, sadness, a party vibe. It's chill, it's calm, but it has everything you need. It's the last track we made, literally.
He didn't say it was one of his favorites?
Well, wait, just hold on. He said that he and his producer were working on the beat, and they had other songs to finish, but he liked this one so much.
There it is.
He said, what are we going to do? I still have other tracks to finish in terms of production. I don't have time to write another song, much less record it. But his producer was adamant. And he said, sure enough, 2 days later, I wrote the song, I recorded it, and it was the last song recorded for DeBÍ TIRAR MÁS FOTOS. He said, even though the album already had that name, and I was planning to do a song with that title, I hadn't done it yet, and I'd already given up.
Wow.
Yeah, he decided he didn't need a song named after the album title. It was going to be okay without. And then this song came along at the end. He said, it clutched the name, the meaning, the feeling of what this album's all about. And it's the song the whole world embraced and made their own.
Awesome.
Yeah. It was not one of his favorites. Surprise, surprise.
Yeah.
He said, if you asked me the night before the album's release, which song would be the most listened to or the most successful, I honestly wouldn't have even mentioned this song in the top 10.
Wow.
Yeah. He said, not because I don't like it, but because it's not the norm. It's not the typical song that's going to be a hit.
Oh, that's fair.
He said he was thinking of other songs that would be more popular, but a fusion track with Plena, a sentimental song almost 4 minutes long, you don't think it's going to reach #1 globally. You don't think it's going to impact the whole world, and the world's going to embrace the song and make it their own. You don't imagine it. I certainly didn't, and I think that's one of the most beautiful gifts that music has given me. That just goes to show that people need music. The world's asking for soul, heart, and different themes in music, things that are genuine, too. He says, I'm singing about love, and then I'm singing about my country. It's like different aspects of my personal life in a single song, and a great summary of what the album is about. So that's great. That's a title track for the ages. I love it.
Yeah, it is.
And up last, La Mudanza, Spanish for The Move.
The Move.
This song is so cool because it morphs from this like spoken word chant style piece into a full-fledged song. It tells the story of his parents. He talks about how they met while his dad was doing a moving job, hence The Move, and how his parents got married, how they imparted their culture and their heritage on to Benito and his siblings. And then he talks about his own culture and his love for the Enchanted Isle. The move kind of takes on a new meaning. He says, nobody's taking me out of here. I'm not moving from here. So that's cool. The move that his parents met on morphs into the idea of leaving this place. It's a cool way to end the album, I think. It's one of the more personal songs on here. That's like at least explicitly personal. Like he calls out his parents by name.
Yeah.
A lot of these songs are personal but relatable, like they translate onto various situations. This one is like, boom, no, this is my history and my story. So there you have it. That is DeBÍ TIRAR MÁS FOTOS, your album of the year for 2026.
I'm curious to know if you think it should have won since you didn't pick it.
I didn't pick it. I love GNX. I think GNX is a really cool album. If you take that out of the running, yeah, I do think DTMF is my winner pretty handily.
Wait, sorry. But if you leave it in the running.
If you leave it in the running.
Because it was in the running.
That's true. That's a good point.
Like, I guess what I want to know is, did you pick GNX because you felt it should win or because you thought it would win? Like, were you playing for points or for what you actually felt was the best? Or both? Maybe they're one and the same.
They were one and the same. I do think GNX, I think the problem is it just came out so early. Like, it came out in December. You know, there was so much hype.
I mean, this came out in January.
Well, I know, but there was so much hype around Kendrick beforehand with his Super Bowl show, with Not Like Us. I mean, he crushed all the Grammy categories the year before. I wonder if there was an element of burnout that kind of affected voters and stuff. I mean, I don't know. But like I said, I think this was definitely Bad Bunny's year. It was kind of his award to lose. He came close in 23 with Verano Sin Ti. I really do think he could have won it then. And obviously he could have won it this year.
He did.
Yes. Hence, coulda.
Coulda, woulda, didda.
Coulda, woulda, didda. Yeah, but as far as Final Spin goes, I'll give you some scores. Let me tell you my thoughts about the album by the numbers. Given the music in 87, I love the modern style blended with the traditional. I love the homage to the history of reggaeton, all the traditional like plena and dembow, and just all the Puerto Rican elements that are blended in here. So cool, so fun. 87 there. 86 for the lyrics. I love this mix of the personal and like the dance music. I love the homage to Puerto Rico. The whole album is a love letter to his homeland, and that is so cool. And it's kind of like bespoke, you know? It's not in your face, it's just ambiently there. This album is just like the vibe of Puerto Rico. So that's really cool, and the lyrics do a great job of expressing that, even though I have to run almost all of them through a translator before I get them. That's just my own fault, and no fault of Bad Bunny's. Incredible work. 86 on the lyrics. 92 for the instruments and production. The variety of instruments is so cool, and the production is really effective. It's a long album with 17 tracks, coming in more than an hour long, but it never feels stale or boring even for a second, so that's great. Overall vibe, 91. Really enjoyable. I'm giving DeBÍ TIRAR MÁS FOTOS an 89, and it lands on my ranking list at number 153, which is pretty darn high. I mean, again, there's nigh 1,000 albums on there, so 153 is a really strong showing. It's going above Disturbed's Immortalized and below Sabrina Carpenter's Short and Sweet, although I think this album has a lot more heart than Short and Sweet does. I was really impressed by DTMF. I'm really impressed by Bad Bunny. I thoroughly enjoyed this album and this episode, and I'm really looking forward to his Super Bowl show.
Nice. I too am looking forward to it. Not really a big sports guy, and the commercials have been awful for years, so
yeah,
the halftime show is all I really got going for me anymore.
This is all you have left.
Shall I tell you my opinions?
I would love your opinions. Por favor.
Great, I'll do them in Spanish.
Oh, fun. I would love to hear you try.
I'm not actually going to do that.
Aw, got my hopes up.
This is not the album I would have picked to win, just because I didn't know anything about it, you know?
Yeah, fair.
Unlike you who listened to all of these ahead of time, this was new to me, but I do see how it could be a winner. You know, and one of the fun things about this podcast is a lot of the time a lot of the albums that end up going up for Album of the Year, we end up doing episodes on throughout the subsequent year.
That's true.
Just because they're good albums. So it's always fun to see if, as we get through them, if I still think this should win. But it is absolutely obvious why this would be in the consideration, if not the obvious pick.
Yeah.
Like you've already said, we'll definitely probably do Kendrick Lamar's GNX at some point. So that'll be the big one that I'm interested to.
It is the year of redemption.
To see if I agree with your take that it should have won.
Yeah, it'll be fun to compare.
My top 3 in album order. Track 2.
Okay. Voy a llevarte a Puerto Rico.
Track 3 is going to get my honorable mention.
Baile INoLVIDABLE, the unforgettable dance. Baile Conorable.
And I want to give some love to some stuff in the middle of this album, but it's so hard when you've got track 15 and 16 sitting at the bottom there.
I know.
So I'm going to have to go 15 and 16.
AO and DTMF. Great lineup. Yeah, no surprises there.
Like we kind of said, this album oscillated between tracks that were okay and tracks that were really fun. And so the pacing was well set. There was a lot of tracks throughout the whole album. I never really got fatigued or had a slump anywhere in the album. It just happens to be that my favorite tracks were at the top and bottom.
Yeah.
But start strong, end strong, you know? That's a good approach. So not surprised that that's how it's fallen. My score... 9 nueves out of 10.
Oh, fantastic.
Little Spanish for you.
Yeah, 9 nines, but in Spanish, of course. Kudos to you for trying. It's clear that your Spanish 1 knowledge at least got you to 10.
Yeah.
Even if you can't ask how to go to the bathroom.
It at least got me to 9. You don't know if I can get to 10.
Well, that's true.
Where in my nines, though, you might ask?
I do ask. ¿Dónde en los nueves?
I don't even know what that means.
Oh boy, how do we make it through this episode?
I'm kidding. I'm not that illiterate when it comes to Spanish.
Emphasis on the that.
Putting it in a weird spot.
Okay, love that.
Putting it right between A.B. by Kaleo and Born in the USA by Bruce Springsteen.
Wow. We've got A.B. and Born in the USA. What a trio.
Right. We've got Icelandic blues rock, then Puerto Rican
reggaeton,
hip hop, reggaeton, thank you. And then good old American Born in the USA Bruce Springsteen.
I mean, this is good old American too. Just saying.
It is. Yeah.
That's fantastic. Icelandic blues, Puerto Rican reggaeton, and good old rockin' Springsteen.
As for my playlist pick, it's a tough one.
It is. I know what I'd do if I were you.
Yeah? What would you do?
Give your playlist pick to me.
Hey, fair enough.
But I can't speak for what you'll do. I like all your top 3 on a close to equal level.
Yeah, I know. I think I'm gonna go track 2.
Whoa, taking you to Puerto Rico.
Yeah.
Interesting pick.
I just really like it.
Awesome. It's a pretty good vibe for the album.
I turned on the videos and the little animations, and you're right, this little frog is everywhere.
He's everywhere. He's awesome. He's making paper airplanes and folding shirts and doing yoga.
Yeah, on track 3, he's doing the weird little dance.
That's right.
Cool.
He's so fun.
It's really funny, actually, that for a song called The Club, he's just getting into bed and going to sleep.
It's true. Fantastic little frog. I'm torn because I love if I had my way with both playlist picks, it'd be DTMF and BAILE INoLVIDABLE. I love that song. It's so cool. I would call it my favorite. It's been stuck in my head all day, but I don't know. Do I want it for the playlist over DTMF?
I almost picked track 3. I almost went with it just because it meant I got more Bad Bunny on the playlist because it's so much longer than all the other songs.
Oh, yeah.
There's something about track 2 that I had to make sure I got that on the playlist.
True. I get that. I get both of them stuck in my head. They both have 1 billion streams. It's not like there's much discrepancy between their popularity.
Yeah.
No, I'm going to do it. I'm going to take BAILE INoLVIDABLE.
All right.
I feel bad about it, but there's no way to not feel bad. I'd regret it either way. But that's going to do it for this Grammy special. Amazing. I really enjoyed this episode. Tons of fun. Really unique. Album of the year. One of my favorite Album of the Year winners in recent years, honestly.
Of the 3 years we've been doing this.
4, 5? John Batiste, Harry's House, Midnight's, Cowboy Carter.
Yeah.
DeBÍ TIRAR MÁS FOTOS.
Yeah, you're right. We just didn't do the Grammy predictions for the first 2 years.
Yeah.
But, I guess of the 5 years we've been doing this, is this my highest ranking Album of the Year winner?
Well, you definitely put it over Beyonce.
I put Harry's House up at the time it was the top of the 8s, but it's fallen a little bit. Beyonce's down low.
Yeah, where's John Batiste?
He's a 9. That's what I'm going to look.
No, he's an 8.
Is he an 8? Wow.
This is, I think, your first Grammy winner that's been a 9.
Wow. So there you go.
What do you know? Guess he was a good bunny all along.
So I guess that means by the numbers, it's my favorite. But I think it's the most excited I've been by one since Harry's House.
Yes. Well, Beyonce was a double episode for us. Like, we had just recently-ish, by 100 episodes, we had just done a Beyonce episode.
Yeah. Well, and we'd already done a Taylor Swift when Midnights.
I wasn't excited for that one at all. We were 20 weeks away from our Taylor Swift episode.
Yeah.
That was like back to back.
John Batiste was one that I ended up being really excited by after we did it, but I didn't know. He's another one I didn't really know anything about, so I didn't have a lot of hype going into it.
No idea what to expect.
Yeah, exactly. Whereas this one, I didn't know what to expect, but I already had some hype built around the concept of Bad Bunny winning, so I think that's why I was so excited for it.
Tons of fun. Yeah.
And then Harry's House, I think I was just excited because I really liked the song that they kept using every time he won something.
As it was.
I was like, I really like this.
Come on, bring it on. Oh, that's so fun. Well, tune in next week for more Spin It. Follow us wherever you're listening right now for the next episode. We've already recorded it, and boy, is it going to be a fun one. It's a Valentine's Day special, and there's another bunny involved, to be honest. We're in our bunny era lately.
We're in a bunny era, and we didn't even realize it.
Yep.
Until this week.
That's right. But you don't want to miss it. Follow us on social media at SpinItPodOfficial on Instagram, at SpinItPod on X, and be sure to visit our website, www.spinitpod.com, for more.
As usual, it's that time of year.
It is.
Where we need to make sure all the Grammys of the world know about the podcast. So find, in the past I think I've told you to tell your grandma.
Your abuelas.
Yeah, so, tell your abuela about the podcast is how we'll say it this year.
Wonderful. They need to know.
Tell them about the giant duck called Small.
DeBÍ digo abuelas. Yeah, tell them about the giant duck called Little Duck. We'll see ya en la semana próxima. And until then, you know what to do.
Keep spinning.
Okay, there's another thing about the Grammys that we didn't talk about, and I can't believe we didn't even bring it up. I don't even know if you know about it.
Okay, go ahead.
Do you know about Chappell Roan?
What about it?
Well, she was nominated for 2 Grammys. She didn't win any, but that's not what I want to talk about.
What do you want to talk about?
Chappell Roan showed up to the Grammys in a dress that was hanging on fake nipple rings.
Yes.
Oh, well, you said you didn't know about it, and then you really certainly knew about it.
Well, I didn't say I didn't know about it. I said what I wasn't sure where you were going with it. I was like, what about Chappell Roan? But yes, I did see that. That was nuts.
Wild. Man, the fashion at the Grammys. Let's rein it in a little bit.
Didn't she present something?
She did.
Like, she changed, did she not?
Well, yeah, everybody changes between the red carpet and the show, and sometimes even during the show.
Yeah, just nuts.
Yeah, she presented Best New Artist.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Because that's the one that she won last year. She was the reigning Best New Artist.
Fashion at the Grammys was just all over the place, including the interviewers.
It's true. But a fashion move that didn't miss. Gotta give him props one more time. Bad Bunny, looking dapper. The buttons down the back of his jacket were unexpected and so cool.
Other rabbit-related facts that the Mixtaper considered before deciding on vomiting.
Oh gosh.
He has near 360-degree vision.
Oh, how in the world would I believe that? Okay.
Yeah, well, that's why I did go with it.
He doesn't have eyes on the side of his head.
He's got heat-sensitive ears.
Huh. So suspicious.
He can jump 3 feet high.
That's not that crazy of an amount for a person to jump.
That's, a decent amount. Can you jump 3 feet high?
Well, no, but a lot of people could.
He's crepuscular. Crepuscular. That's probably it.
I don't know. I'm just guessing. Your English is just as bad as your Spanish.
Well, you see, that's the key. I'm bad at all language. That means he only thrives at dawn and dusk, which is the best time for bunnies.
It's so random.
And that he grinds his teeth.
Okay, well, I believe that, but it's not really like on a level of factor spin.
No, it's not. So that's why we went with vomiting.
Or lack thereof.
Or lack thereof.